Man, what it is, what it ain't, the voices of the O, you already know. Back for episode 36 of the From the Jump podcast. I'm your host, DJ, with a few of my co-hosts, the bro hosts. You know how it go, though. The man to my left.
I'm back, baby.
Yes, sir. The man.
Big Tony.
Yes, sir. The man behind the camera.
Alex Taylor in the building.
Yes, sir. And the man to my right.
What up?
Billy Earl William.
What's up, guys?
Always say something.
How you doing?
Why do you always got something to say?
I'm just saying, you
It's Black History Month. Can we get along for one episode, please?
Man,
I'm confused.
Speaking of Black History Month, shout out Joe Rogan.
Yeah, all four of us.
He said, "Oh, right."
All
Hey.
four of us, we make two blacks.
That's fact.
Yeah, shout out. Yes, sir.
That's facts.
Yes, sir.
Right. We got room to speak.
And 2 Mexicans? Is that
Yeah,
right?
2 Mexicans and a half a Spaniard.
That's
Oh,
all right.
all right.
All right.
We real over here.
Oh, sure.
Man. So, obviously, we are a little week late. Alex caught COVID. You know the shit going around, like herpes and shit.
Mario.
Yeah.
I wouldn't compare that to herpes.
Yeah, I'm
But
confused there.
yeah,
but all right.
it's going around.
Maybe with DJ.
I think
maybe,
you got to
maybe
do
with
other
DJ.
things to get
never-
Nah,
herpes.
yeah.
Never that.
DJ might,
Never that.
you
I
know.
don't think you just walk outside and breathe and you get herpes.
Yeah, yeah.
I would hope not.
I mean,
That'd be a very unfortunate case right
I
there.
mean,
Magic.
But yes,
Yeah,
it's
man.
going around.
so
Wow.
we finally back.
I am
you
back.
know, my boy Alex had to recover for a week, and
Shout out to the nigga that gave it to me. I ain't gonna talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Found out on
Pause.
Facebook.
Give them shout outs.
No, you pause, nigga.
you said shout out to the
Earlier,
nigga
this
that gave
nigga
it to me.
said, I didn't realize. Or what'd you say? Bro, you know what you said.
What'd you
He
say?
said, like,
We were playing I was on defense, and Alex was covering deep. So I was like, I don't know why whenever you're deep that I don't just go underneath.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
and said it, nigga, and then repeated it like 3 times. I said, "What you said?"
What'd you say 3
No,
times?
because I thought he said something like, "Oh, I don't know why you keep going so. I don't know why I keep going deep." And I was like, "What?" And he repeated it. He said, "No, I said this," and he said it again. I'm like, "Damn, nigga."
All
I
right.
kept asking. You're like, no, you didn't say that.
Did you pause it or?
No, hell yeah, I paused it.
Oh.
Yeah,
The earlier said it got the strap, but you didn't have to pause that. But that did seem.
Yeah, that's why I said. I didn't say he got the strap on. God damn.
Just move on, bro.
Yeah, that's you, man. So, you know, it's been a little week. We watched the conference championship games. So some of us were able to catch it. And then we obviously have the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I guess it's still kind of good to come back at this time because we get to talk about that football game and then we get to roll right into Super Bowl weekend.
Alex was right. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Appreciate it.
What'd you say?
I was
My
too.
predictions.
I was too. I posted it.
I predicted the Bengals and the Rams are going.
He
I
did.
think you did, yeah. I'm DJ
did.
posted for sure.
I mean,
So, yeah.
Can I admit something real quick?
What's happening?
Remember I was dogging Matt Stafford?
Yes, you
I have to apologize.
really.
But then again, he got handed OBJ, and then he got Von Miller, so it took a lot of stress off his back.
I mean, that's true. But,
And-
I mean, Cooper Kupp is doing it. That's-
Coop, he
yeah.
might be the best receiver in the league in my opinion. I don't care
Cooper
about
Kupp.
nobody else.
Yes, thank you.
That's just how I feel.
Do you guys see that tweet where that one dude?
Who?
He was like, "It's Black History Month," and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. But Eli Apple is finna just get dismantled.
yeah.
This white boy's about to beat this man's ass in Black History Month. There's got to be some sort of like law or something.
Right.
It was like, yeah,
That's
it's not
big
going well.
facts.
Yeah,
So, Ayo, I admit I was wrong.
Yeah.
I remember he's the one that said that they could win the Super Bowl.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
everyone's gonna say Jared Goff led the Rams for the Super Bowl, and yes, he did. He did.
That's facts.
But
With Robert Woods and not
With
OBJ.
Todd Gurley at his prime, for starters.
That's fair.
yeah. So you know,
But his defense is insane.
no, it's definitely different. You know. So let's just get into it. We'll touch on that one first. Pause. I know y'all gonna.
Hey.
I didn't say that.
I
No.
know y'all was gonna say something, man.
so dirty mind.
Yeah, I just know I had to catch it before you did. So
So-
San Francisco 49ers and the Rams.
How's your dad?
And oh yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah.
He was mad as fuck. Cause
Yo, I was so out of the loop
Yeah.
when you texted that the other day.
yeah,
How's your dad doing? I'm thinking he got the vid too.
Right, yeah. So man, 17-20. 17-20. I thought it was gonna be a lot higher scoring from the Rams end.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that defense to hold up as well as it did, but you know, they did their thing.
Let me tell you who else who held up really well.
Hmm.
San Francisco's offensive line.
Yes, they did.
Because that Rams defense, like that, their defensive front was just non-existent the entire game.
Man,
Had zero pressure, and if they had a better quarterback, like truly anybody else in the league, like they're in the Super Bowl this week.
right.
Yeah,
That's true.
that was brutal.
That's true, man.
I felt pretty bad. I was saying they were up 10 going into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx it because of who that quarterback is.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We knew it was
the
coming.
levies break. Yeah,
We knew it was coming.
yep.
So, Jimmy Garoppolo completed 16 passes with 30 attempts, 232 yards passing, an average of 7.7 yards of completion for 2 touchdowns and 1 crucial interception. Deebo Samuel had 7 carries for 26 yards. Elijah Mitchell had 11 carries for 20 yards. Deebo Samuel had caught 4 passes for 72 yards, an average of 18 yards of reception and 1 touchdown. George Kittle had 2 receptions for 27 yards and a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk had 4 receptions for 69 yards, for an average of 17.3 yards of reception. Let's go to the other side.
Let's just say Debo said today he's classified as a wide back.
A wide back.
I told him he has to pause that.
Yeah, big.
But he's like, because I'm a wide receiver
And a running back.
I'm like, that's fair. But they're like, well, how do you feel about it? He's like, I get the ball a lot. I'm
Right.
like, that's fair.
I mean, he's going to get a big bag.
And he's good at it, though.
Yeah, he's going to make sure you get paid. Matthew Stafford completed 31 passes on 45 attempts for 337 yards, an average of 7.5 yards of completion, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Cam Akers had 13 carries for 48 yards. Sony Michel had 10 carries for 16 yards. Cooper Kupp had 11 receptions for 142 yards, an average of 12.9 yards of reception, and 2 touchdowns. Odell had 9 receptions for 113 yards, an average of 12.6 yards of reception. And then Kendall Blanton had 5 receptions for 57 yards, an average of 11.4 yards of reception. Yeah.
So do we still believe OBJ's a cancer?
Never. I never did.
Well,
Yeah, hell yeah, I do.
I know Will.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to go through 2 marriages, file for divorce, and the third one's all peachy keen. You're like, oh, I'm a good husband. Yeah, it's because you finally learned something. And also, he's in a better situation. Also, sometimes shit just don't work out.
All right.
You just need a better fit. You see it right here. Matt Stafford, Jared Goff. Flip them. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So, I mean, I think Odell definitely learned a lot. He's lying to you if he just was like, no, it's because you see, he's in the best city that he's been in all 3 of these teams, and he's been able to lose that much. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of that goes with like coaching because you didn't have that in Cleveland. You kind of had it in New York, but Tom Coughlin was on his way out.
Right.
You don't really have a quarterback that can get you the ball and push it down the field. Also, too, Cooper Kupp takes a lot off of Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
Because
this would probably be the first situation where he's the number 2, right?
Yeah, hell, he really was the number 3 before Robert Woods got hurt.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, he had just got there right before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so,
fresh, yeah.
but yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely like the whole situation, the quarterback, the city, the coaching. For this is the most stable coaching he's had his entire career.
And he will because this dude's mad young.
Yeah, for sure.
He's in there for the long haul.
And so they get Robert Woods back next year.
Next year.
Goodness gracious.
So, yeah, man. As far as the OBJ thing goes, I mean, Eli, and I never was around to watch Eli's whole career, but he was never known as the greatest quarterback, even while winning 2 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eli always caught a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then,
But he got it done.
right, he won
he
2
did.
Super Bowls, so you can't be mad about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would say Eli's not a good quarterback. Then you go to Baker, and that situation just did not work. Now, I don't think Baker's terrible. I just don't know with whatever they were doing, whatever the system they were doing, like it just didn't fit him.
Yeah, I mean, nothing fit.
you know,
that's why you go through 3 coaches, 3 OCs in 4 years?
Yeah, and that's a run first team.
What? Yeah, exactly.
So did he play with Hugh Jackson, right?
Yeah.
So
Odell?
Yeah. No. Oh, Baker.
Yeah.
So I just watched Hugh Jackson's podcast on the Pivot, and he's on there basically talking about like I never got the opportunity to really coach. Like,
Right.
everybody
He
else
probably
gets 3 or 4 years, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't have it wasn't a bad season.
Yes, he did.
They're just ready to get rid of me.
He
Is
went
what he
on
was
16.
saying.
Yeah, and then they
And
wanted him to start Baker, and so you know,
And see, and it was so stupid that like in the Hard Knocks, he goes to Tyrod Taylor and he's like, "Hey, you're going to be the starter," and then looks at Baker like, "No, you're going to ride the bench." For why do you even need to say that? Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
Yeah.
yeah,
And now he's at HBCU.
right,
and
Grambling
all
State.
that. Yeah, and so he's trying to get that figured out. But yeah, I don't know. I think Cooper Kupp for the future, you know, obviously is going to be top 2 or 3 for a long time. You know, I would say 1 but Devontae Adams is still legit.
Right.
You know, Debo's obviously making a case for it. You know, a few other receivers. You
The
probably AJ
LSU
Brown.
boys, Justin
so-
Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
Right. So everybody's gonna have it, but Cooper Kupp's been doing it all season
Man.
long. Like, and I watch glimpses of it here and there because I'm going back and forth. But every time I turn to it, I'd be like, how does he end up open?
Right.
Like legitimately wide open, just in the middle of the field. Doesn't really make any sense to me. If anybody should be covered, it's him, I would assume.
Right.
But Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're probably gonna win, but I want Joe Burrow to handle business.
That would be nice.
That would be so dope. He'll be the first guy to win the Heisman, right? The national championship,
And
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Man, it's ridiculous.
Straight off an ACL tear.
Right.
Yep.
What a story.
Man, getting sacked 9 times a couple games before.
His offensive line's bad.
It's their shit.
So that's the scariest part.
They might have a funeral on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
They might have a funeral.
He might get hurt again.
Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be ugly. One play in particular that I gotta call out, just because it was a play that could have easily gone left. I think it was 3rd and like maybe 12 or 3rd and something. And Matthew Stafford throws it to Cooper Kupp, and he's running like a post route on the inside, and it looks like it might like go under his arm, but he like jumps midair. It was like that fourth quarter drive where they had to score in order to give themselves.
Yep.
The lead, and he snags it and then runs and rips his jersey, and he's just still going and going and going, which, like you said, it's crazy to me how he's the number 1 receiver, Mr. Triple Crown. You all know it, and he still manages to get up all the time.
Like you figure you double team him for sure.
Right.
Make OBJ beat you.
And that's what everybody says, man. But to have 142 receiving yards, and then I think he's done that damn near all playoffs, had 100+ yards a game.
I can only imagine how many drops he has in the year. It can't be
Not many.
Really.
Because I tell people, I would say he probably has the best hands. Mm-hmm. He's not the fastest. He's not the most athletic.
Nope.
But he runs great routes and does not drop the ball.
Yep.
And the game plan they have for him is always great.
Yeah. Can't lie.
But you heard the story with him and his wife?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
like
awesome.
that's some real life, down. She's the one.
Because especially
situation.
with him not getting a lot of looks coming out of college, and he's at a college like Eastern Washington,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that he's been probably the last on the totem pole for his entire career, especially coming out of college.
Right.
And so for him to just lead the league and the Triple Crown, like, by the way, I'm here. I don't want to get political. I do think that it is a little bit, because I promise you, if that was Devontae Adams that had those stats, it'd be through the roof. If it was A.J. Brown who had those stats, it'd be through the roof. But because it's Cooper Kupp, they're like, oh, no, it's no big deal. If Odell had those stats, tell me that.
Oh, you're saying it'd be a bigger deal.
Yeah, they'd be. That'd lead every show out, but like right behind Tom Brady. But whatever.
Because it doesn't make any sense why he's not getting talked about like,
there's zero.
This is top dog.
Yeah.
Now, he gets the respect when he's playing,
Right.
Commentators, whatever, but
Yeah.
no one's ever like, Cooper Kupp's like that. I drafted him in fantasy. I talk noise all season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't care what none of y'all say. He the best receiver in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And y'all got y'all's favorites, cool. But consistently, that man's put his money to the paper all day.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He a different breed, man. So, we're going to go ahead and get to it. As far as that game was crazy. I think, like Will said, San Francisco was up 10 going into the half, maybe. And then, Matt Stafford starts doing some things.
They were up 10 going into the fourth quarter.
Going into the fourth. Okay, yeah,
And McVay they've yet to win. He's lost every game he's been in going into the fourth quarter down by double digits.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
So didn't you text and say he tried to do everything to lose that game?
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, hell yeah, he did.
Explain that. I didn't understand what y'all meaning.
In my opinion, especially, like, one of the big things for me were the 2 challenges. Like, they were wasted,
that was early,
they were
right?
wasted timeouts.
Yeah.
You're giving
Because it was in the third quarter?
the third
Yeah,
quarter.
I don't know who McVay. What are you doing?
Bruh.
I don't think he made that call solely.
He had
Regardless,
to. Nobody.
everybody who made that call ought to not be on the Super Bowl staff this whole week. You sit your ass at the house.
Right.
That didn't make no sense. I'm just like, you get the ball back regardless. Hold on to that timeout, because if anything, you might not have seen the game, but there was a timeout situation that happened in Kansas City, Cincinnati, that you'd be like, you know what, let me hold on to this timeout and pocket it and just take the ball where I get the ball. Well, I didn't understand this challenge at all. I was lost. I was confused.
And when you watch the replay, it's like you knew he was going to lose.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know
the whole time.
who is in his ear, because the people upstairs, you have the analytics guys that are on the field and in the booth, and you have those other coaches like assistant AD, all that good jazz in the booth. They see the TV immediately. Sean McVay doesn't. So he's immediately looking like, okay, that's first down, bam, we got to go to second down, and starts calling plays, and you only got 40 seconds. And so then you got 40 seconds to get the right personnel on the field, get the right play call, line up. Now you got 15 seconds left. Mm-hmm. So all those guys are in his ear like, hey, challenge it, throw the flag, throw the flag, throw the flag. Sean, this is mistakes you can't make in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be 0 for 2.
Watch, I don't think you will.
Bruh.
But
That's
there's
just-
no-
I
but
didn't think he was going to do that in that game, because it's like, you're losing.
I felt like that was very uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
I felt like it might have been some young jitters, like nervous.
I guess.
But that was I had watched the replays. I'm like, those were both clearly not didn't need to be challenged.
right. You had the Matthew Stafford quarterback sneak up the middle for like a yard. And
Right.
it's got to be a lot closer. Like, you got to damn near, I got to at least see his helmet and shoulders. Maybe the ball's not across the line, but if his helmet and shoulders over it, okay, I'll let you go. But like, his helmet maybe barely got to the line.
Right.
And then for you to throw that flag, and you're sitting there looking at the jumbotron with the ref, and you for some reason get a feeling that
That's a big jumbotron.
right, like you can see everything.
Yep.
And they're zooming in on it because it's just like when we're at home, they're zooming in on it trying to see whatever.
Yep.
So then I'm like, he's finna. I was like, because I seen, they showed him and he had the flag in his hand. I'm like, this dumbass. And I'm like, well, if he does this dumb shit, they got 2 timeouts left. Then Hughes check or whatever his name is, bro. He tried to say it was a fumble or some shit when Will's talking about when you're finna get the punt anyway.
You get the ball regardless. Yeah.
And then you go in, and that's like with 9 minutes left. So you still have 9 minutes to play with 1 timeout, and you're losing this game the whole time. So I was just, bruh.
Only situation in that, if they would have won the fumble call, the possession would have been in a better position on the field.
Yeah. But it wasn't like
But for you to decide to challenge that is not close enough.
Oh, okay.
right. It's like you're on your own
So
40.
the fumble wasn't clear. He was just trying to take a chance.
take a
with
risk.
that.
Try to roll the dice.
Well, you only can do that once. I don't feel like you do that twice.
Right.
You need a challenge for later in the game.
Yeah.
Or a timeout.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And you're not winning this game.
No.
And so you're trying to come back, and you're going to try and do that with 1 timeout when they've held you to damn near a shutout the whole game. Like, that's just crazy to me. So, yeah, man, just frustrating. I obviously wanted the Rams to win. My dad, like Will said, he was pissed. But, you go back, you get the lead, you kick a field goal. It was 17-17. Now you're up 20-17. And then you put the game in Jimmy G's hands.
And what was frustrating too is leading up to that point, he hadn't thrown a pick. 5 straight games, he's thrown an interception. And up to that point, you're like, okay, there's no way he's going to do it right now.
But the issue
He's done it.
You said they didn't have pressure all game until later
Till they
to
turned
that
it up.
situation.
That's because they knew he had to throw the ball. There's no, like,
'Cause at the end of
Debo
the
can
day,
run.
As a defensive lineman, you're like, this is my last opportunity.
Well, like he said, you're teeing off at that point because they at least even if they just go down and kick the game time field, they're at their own 25. So you have to throw the football regardless. I think they had maybe 1 timeout at that point, or like 1
Yeah,
or
I
2
think it was
timeouts.
one.
But they're not going to run it with Debo like at your own 25 because you're just wasting time at that point. So they're like, we have to throw the football. And if that D line, especially those guys, if they know that all you got to do is run the ball or throw the ball, I'm picking my airbags. I'm coming for you.
No doubt.
For
I don't think
sure.
they even brought pressure either. They just went with all 4.
Yeah.
Because
it was
Vaughn, I mean, they were doing some tricks and stuff,
Right.
but Vaughn was getting in there at ease, you know what I mean? And then Donald obviously doing his thing. But
those guys are tired too.
Yeah.
Going at it all game.
So I'm looking at it right now. So San Francisco started off after they made that field goal with 1 minute and 46 seconds left.
Yeah.
And with Jimmy,
and they were on their 25.
yeah, they were on their own 25 after the touchback. So you're trying to have Jimmy G lead you 70 yards, 60 yards to get you in field goal range.
Yeah, you at least need like 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like, you got to throw the ball, because if you're going to run it with Debo, you're going to run it with who? You're going to have to call a timeout. So you want to try to gain as much yardage as possible. So you just knew that Aaron Donald, Von Miller, like they was coming.
Yeah.
Like there's no.
Okru, is that how you say his last name?
Obo Okoronkwo.
Yo, he is dirty. I didn't I know that name from somewhere.
Yep.
And then they came across, he played for OU. I'm like, that's who it is.
Yep.
They're getting busy.
Yeah.
But my thing is, they wasn't they didn't have any check downs for him. Nothing. It was kind of
that's just not what he.
they were leaving him out to dry, and I'm like, well, they're coming, fellas. And your offensive line is just as tired as they are. So who's going to be more tougher in this situation? And he lost it. Because, I mean, if you don't feel pressure all game,
Right.
and then you feel pressure out of nowhere in the tightest time, it's hard. It's probably hard mentally to get yourself made for that.
And they know he doesn't push the ball down the field like that.
Yeah, he ain't got Tommy B's gene.
No.
He was just his backup.
No. Right. And if I take 19 away, that's it. I'm gonna force you number 11, number 85. It don't matter. I'm forcing somebody to beat me other than Debo Samuel down the field.
Right.
And so they were like, take it away. But I mean, as bad as Garoppolo played, you got to give props to Matthew Stafford.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow! Down 10 going into the fourth quarter.
But he built for that.
In the fourth quarter, all season long, he's thrown 13 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He went 11 for 14 in the fourth with 121 yards and a touchdown the fourth quarter.
That's incredible.
That's it.
And he went, 31 for 45, you said?
Yeah. That was extraordinary.
Yeah,
But Cooper Kupp had 2 possessions where he threw the ball. I'm like, how's he open 25 yards down the field?
Bruh.
in the middle of the field. Like, what are you running here?
I don't know because there's just not a lot that like scares you outside of 10. I mean, of course, Odell, yes, but Van Jefferson is not a guy. I mean, he had a drop in the end zone. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, well, clearly he ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? And then Odell, if he's not running that slant, I'm just like, you kind of almost make Odell beat you.
Who's our tight end?
It was Higbee, right?
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
Bland.
Yeah. So I'm just like, clearly 10 is the. All right, or Shanahan, right here, circle him, right here. And
No doubt.
wide open down the middle, wide open down the side, wide open for a wide receiver screen. I'm just like, okay.
Because he essentially finished the game, right? Cooper Kupp or OBJ scored 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got Jimmy G on a game-winning drive with 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
they was on his ass. And that last play, bro, I don't know. He tried to channel his inner Patrick Mahomes.
He tried,
You got Aaron Donald slinging you to the ground. And
He just overthrew Buddy, or Buddy couldn't catch
he
it?
was spinning.
No, he was spinning and like threw it.
Yeah, I
like
remember
that
he threw
way.
it, but then over Buddy's head, or he just didn't catch it?
it hit him in the hands and it popped up, and that gave that defender enough time to get under it.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it was 4th down regardless, right?
No, that was third down, I believe.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't remember. Because I remember seeing the play.
Yeah, it was
and I'm
third
like,
down.
the running back or whoever could have caught that ball.
Right.
But it was a little high, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean,
So,
you put him in a tough situation.
Before that, Will was like, Jimmy G can do it, blah, blah, blah.
I was like, I'm calling it Jimmy G with the walk-off. Come on, Jimmy G.
And I told my dad, and my dad was like, fuck no. And then, it happened like it happened. I mean, we all knew, like, if you put the game in Jimmy G's hands at the end of a game where he has to go win you that game.
Yeah, it's...
that might not be for him.
It sucks, but I trust that defense to get a stop or, at least hold them to a field goal more so than I trust Jimmy G to drive down the field 40, 45 yards to get a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And kudos to the Rams for what they did. They leveraged they sold the farm, the house, the land, and the grass all for Matt. They don't have a first round pick till 2024. Mm-hmm. Like, that's it. They're just like,
They know what time
put it on
it
the
is.
They
table,
gave up everything.
traded everything.
But the fact that Detroit made the trade, that was crazy. But Detroit got a lot out of it.
Yeah,
got
I think it was one of those situations where we got love and respect. You spent 13 seasons here. Like, we got to give you an opportunity to win because you ain't gonna do it here if you keep just staying here getting
Yeah, that's
fucked
fair.
up. Yeah.
The
So
Rams about to fuck on the Bengals.
Who?
The Rams.
There's a chance.
there's a big
Yeah,
chance.
my bad. I feel like they're gonna fuck
The
on the
only,
Bengals.
reason you say there's a chance is because that front four might kill that offensive line.
Yeah.
And
If
if
the
it comes
Titans-
down to that, it's over with.
Yeah, if the Titans could do that to him, I have no doubt in my mind that Aaron Donald and Von Miller.
Experience level, Bengals ain't gonna be like.
No, they're gonna be fresh, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
they'll
talking about
be-
experience wise. Like,
Matt Stafford's never been there either. Like, the only person for the Rams that's really been there is McVay and Aaron Donald and maybe a few other guys, but that's it.
But if you're going off experience, you mean like age of players.
That's what I mean.
all that type of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
I mean, they have a
Which
young
is-
core. I feel like the
Yeah,
Bengals do. So that's
for
what-
sure.
Hey, and
And coach for the most part.
you're for sure.
Yeah.
But there was also a Super Bowl where a team walked in there 18-0, averaging 35 points a game, got held to 14 points with the greatest quarterback ever in Randy Moss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as great as the Patriots were, Michael Shanahan said, no, shut up. And held him to 4. I'm still tripping off that game. 14 points in the Super Bowl?
But like I said in the text the other day, I'm like, the playoffs, everything is 0-0.
Oh, yeah,
Because you don't know what can happen. Somebody
Yep.
can just start playing hot like the Bengals.
Exactly.
They're not supposed to be in the situation.
No.
they're in. Their offensive line is not good. They have one legit receiver for the most part, and you have essentially a 2-year quarterback.
Yeah.
Or he didn't play his rookie season.
he got hurt. That's
Yeah, he got hurt.
So a rookie essentially.
Yeah.
But they're playing hot football at the right time, and then they getting lucky. So
I just think, I mean, they're young, but the young weapons that they do have are like legit weapons.
They're extraordinary.
Joe Burrow is shown he's that dude.
yeah,
He's
the future.
Yeah, Jamar Chase, as much as everybody say you can't see the fucking football, the boy's
He's been seeing it real well.
very well. T. Higgins.
He got
Start seeing them checks. And
Yeah, exactly.
Right. T. Higgins is legit. Uzama's legit.
I forget about you.
Mixon.
Mixon is
Yeah.
Oh,
playing
it's at the
Hogan.
tight end.
Uzama. And then like Alex said, Joe Mixon has played the best year, in my opinion, of his NFL career so
Well,
far.
I mean, that duo's tough, man.
Yep.
It's just you got so much hitter. It's just such a double hit. You can do whatever. You want to punch it up 4 or 5 yards? Okay, Samaje, do your thing. You want to get busy? Go ahead, Joe Mixon, do your thing. It's how Dallas is supposed to go, but it just don't go that way.
So it's really just the Rams defense. Like them niggas gonna be fucking on Joe Burrow though?
I don't know about Bengals defense too much.
It's not great. It's played well recently, but it's not great. How the hell they held Patrick Mahomes? We'll talk about that in a minute. I don't understand.
Right.
Oh, sorry, y'all. When y'all say front four, y'all mean
the defensive
the D line.
lineman.
Yeah,
I would say front seven, but I don't really know the
fault, my
linebackers
fault.
like that.
Yeah.
it's not for them to be where they are. Like it's not great. And Eli Apple is running his mouth. I think you should probably wait until you win the Super Bowl. Do you see
doubt.
that? He tagged Tyreek Hill. Tell me if you need a ticket to the Super Bowl, let me know. If I'm Tyreek Hill, I'm waiting until that clock hits 0. If Cincinnati loses, I'm gonna take a picture of my Super Bowl ring and be like, just in case you want to know what it looked like, this is what it looked like.
That's right.
I mean,
I was there quite a few times, fella.
Eli, I don't, because as great as Tyreek Hill is, he's more so fast than he is type of Cooper Kupp-esque.
right.
Travis Kelce, I think, is a really, really probably the best tight end in football right now.
I agree.
He ain't Cooper Kupp. And what I mean by that is that you almost, if you can combine just to take a fraction of both Tyreek and a fraction of Travis, hands with Travis and a little bit of speed with Cooper or with Tyreek, and you put them together, yes. Eli,
That's all.
y'all have one DB that you have to worry about, and that's it. And that's you. Are you going to go against Odell or are you going against Cooper Kupp?
Man, they're gonna both kill either way.
You see what I'm saying? So Joe Burrow is great. I think he's gonna be Joe Burrow. I think Matt Stafford's great. This season, like I said, he's played really well in the fourth quarter. I think he's put up like just under 1,000 yards just in the postseason. And so Eli, I think first of all, because you got down 21-3 against Kansas City, so it was more so bad play calling on Andy Reid than it was like you just shutting everybody down.
Right.
Yeah.
Like let's maybe just I get you excited, you're pumped up. Wait until afterwards.
Because they lost by a field goal in Kansas City. Okay. I mean, you know what? Let's just get it. Let's get it.
Hold on, not for nothing. I ain't know what that nigga who he was. I looked that nigga up. That nigga is ugly.
Yeah, he's Eli Apple. Yeah,
That nigga shouldn't be talking about nobody.
yeah, no.
Y'all see this nigga?
Yeah,
He's related to Michael Blackson.
He's related to Patrick Beverly. All them dirty black niggas.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sorry, it's Black History Month.
I was about to say, bro.
Excuse me, Martin Luther King,
Month.
Malcolm X. Sorry, but
This
that
nigga.
nigga is a nasty, dirty nigga. That nigga is ugly.
Oh yeah.
The fuck is wrong?
Oh yeah.
I was trying to figure out because when he said Eli Apple, I was getting confused. What's that pretty buff, light skinned nigga?
From
I don't know. Fuck. I know he's a lineman or a linebacker, one or the other.
the linebacker.
Pretty good. He light skinned.
Aaron Donald?
Boy. Yeah, that nigga.
Who?
That something's just huge. Aaron
That
Donald.
nigga. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got confused.
He bench pressed 500 in his defensive
Who's he
line.
play for?
The Rams.
Rams.
That, he
Okay,
coming
so I
over
was
Joe Burrow.
confused. Okay, so I was saying,
He be
I was like, I
having
know he
fresh
plays for one of these teams. I know I'm not tripping.
He
bro.
might have the fresh cuts in the league.
Yeah, but I got
Fresh
confused. I
stiffy.
thought it was Eli Apple, but that's definitely not that nigga.
No.
That nigga gets snow bitches.
Yeah, he's
Apple
different.
gets no bitches.
Money,
There's no-
money do things for you.
Yeah, hey,
Hell
Eli
yeah,
Apple,
it
you
does.
listen, nigga, your wife is not with you for your looks,
Wow.
my nigga. She was
Right.
ugly. God damn.
Wow.
Hey, Aaron Donald that nigga's a pretty nigga though. No homo. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
no,
be-
I agree.
If I'm Joe Burrow, nigga, you can't be getting tackled by a nigga look like that. Like,
Yo,
you gonna have to get punched in my
There's-
was it him who didn't wear his sleeves one time, and then they made him take?
He
Yes.
did what?
He didn't wear his sleeves. He used to wear his long sleeve. One game.
Him or Miles Garrett, one of the
It was
two.
Miles
Garrett-
Garrett.
but
It was
Myles Garrett's like just
he didn't
dumb.
wear his sleeves one game. Alex, they steroid tested him the next day
It was Myles Garrett. He got tested like 3 times.
because his arm's so big.
Yeah.
I
He was at the
like,
draft
oh.
just about to pop out of a suit
Oh yeah,
jacket.
he was tripping on it.
I'm
That
just like,
suit was
yeah, that them
struggling.
seems is pissed
Some
off
niggas
right
is on
now.
roids. Some niggas better quit
I was
lying.
like, what? There
Niggas
ain't
is
no.
on roids. Aaron
Yeah.
Donald's built like The Rock.
Yeah,
that's
hey,
true.
Like he's
some
on
of
roids.
them genetics is different, man.
And see, that's what I was telling Amber. Like the other day, we had these dudes in the gym just flexing the man. I'm like, that's easy to do when you weigh 87 pounds.
Right.
Like you had her flexing hard time. No, you're not. Put some chicken and some protein on that plate. Let's really get after it.
They slide.
Just
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm talking
saying.
about.
Let's
You won't catch him outside though.
I don't. Okay.
Them niggas might slide.
85 pounds.
Shit, right.
And then
okay.
also, sorry, y'all did bring. You
DJ
brought up the
85
Patriots.
pounds. You hating?
I don't think
Nah,
we recorded
85.
since Tom Brady retired, right?
I almost about Tom Brady jersey in here.
We'll talk that in a minute.
Okay, sorry. No, see, he
Nah,
brought it
you
up.
good.
I thought I'd be
You
quick.
good.
Go ahead, you good?
Nah.
We was talking
can get
about
to it
the
after.
Kansas City game.
Joe
What
Burrow.
a game.
23 completions, 38 attempts, 250 yards, and average 6.6 yards of completion, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Only sacked 1 time.
That's on y'all. I ain't watched none of that game.
No, you good. Joe Mixon had 21 carries for 88 yards and average of 4.2 yards a carry. T. Higgins led the receivers in yards. He had 6 receptions, 103 yards, and average of 17.2 yards a reception. Jamar Chase had 6 receptions for 54 yards, an average of 9 yards a reception, 1 touchdown. Samaje Perine had 3 receptions for 43 yards, an average of 14.3 yards a reception, and 1 touchdown.
How big was that reception for that touchdown
Boy.
for Samaje?
That shit was like a what was that? Was that a screen? Was that just a?
I think it was like a just dump
flat
off.
route?
I want
Yeah.
to say like he just checked it down and that was a dump off and that was it. And then he just took off and I'm just like, wait a minute, he's at the 15. Holy, get in the end zone. And he gets in. I'm just like, oh my, okay, cool, that'll work.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go, Samaj.
Shout out to the OU boy.
Hey, this game was on first, right? Am I tripping?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. No,
I
you're
got
good.
confused. No, you go.
Patrick Mahomes had 26 completions with 39 attempts, 275 yards, and average of 7.1 yards over completion, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That probably lost you.
Also, not for nothing, I don't know what it brought me so much joy every time he got picked off.
Who?
Patrick
Mahomes.
Oh
Mahomes.
god.
I'm not
Bitch
trying
ass
to.
nigga face. Like, he's
I'm
gonna cry.
not
I said, bitch, go
trying.
to the sideline.
I'm not trying to say this just 'cause I'm a different fan. Yeah, that QBR was 1 in the fourth quarter. Honestly, that was the worst I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes look ever. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it looked bad.
Yeah.
Mahomes looked bad.
It was ugly.
Yeah, I didn't like
Yeah.
that shit because I feel like
He was
has
up and down all
It's a
season.
good thing he has a cockiness to him.
Yeah.
But like I feel like on that game, since they're playing the Bengals, I feel like they feel like they're going to win. If I'm correct, I think they had some time left to score. Am I tripping?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
exactly where I was
And
about
then
to
he
head
took
to.
his jacket
yes.
off, and all announcers like, "Yeah, you see, he's ready to go." And he got picked off. I said, "Yeah, bitch, that's for you and
Yeah.
your brother and your stupid ass wife."
Yeah, see,
Wow, I
them
don't
two.
think-
I will all 3 of them niggas on
Stupid,
Jesus.
stupid ass.
So I don't believe domestic violence, but shit,
Man,
all 3 of them
you
get
would
beat.
have to do something about that. I can't because no,
Both them niggas equally
That
annoying.
you see what I'm
shit's,
saying?
bro, that
Hey,
shit's-
did you see his brother riding the bull with a girl?
I didn't see
On
that.
Twitter?
The craziest part about it, I've never heard his wife speak.
Oh
But
shit!
then lately,
she's loud as hell.
no, when they got married, I didn't even know who she
Oh,
was.
right.
Oh yeah. I don't
They
know
get
if-
married, and then all of a sudden, I
Batters,
get on TikTok
yeah.
recently. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
She got a batter in her back now.
All right, whatever going on in their bedroom, probably interesting. I'll say that much.
She said he makes $500 million. I can talk as much shit as I want.
Hey,
Might
you
be
feel
blowing
me?
that nigga back out.
yes.
What is?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you get McKinnon had 12 carries for a total of 65 yards and average of 5.4 yards of reception. As far as receivers, Travis Kelce had 10 receptions for 95 yards and
Shout
average
out.
of 9.5 yards of reception, 1 touchdown. Tyreek Hill had 7 receptions for 78 yards and average of 11.1 yards of reception for 1 touchdown. McCole Hardman had 3 receptions for 52 yards and average of 17.3 yards of reception and 1 touchdown. Whoa. Man. So,
Mouthful there. Pause.
going
Jesus.
into halftime, right before halftime, man, the Chiefs have an opportunity to score.
Yep.
An opportunity to score. Could have been a touchdown. Could have been a field goal. I don't know why you don't. If you're gonna go for it, maybe run the ball. You're on like the 1 or the 2 or the 3 anyway. But they decided, or Patrick Mahomes decides to throw a little drag route or some shit to Tyreek Hill 1-on-1. Now he's fast. We know that. But whenever you can only really go up the field and everybody's right in your face because you don't have much room to go. You don't have 15 yards to work with and get open. Gets tackled. I think it was by Eli Apple.
Yep.
And, that's when he, after the game tweeted something about he's a baby or he's a little or something like that.
Why is Eli Apple saying anything?
Like, what'd you
I
do
know
in New
you're
York?
excited. I know you're hyped, but
That's
just
what I'm saying.
just go ahead and just no.
So is this like a Lance Stevenson comparison?
Who?
Who?
Eli Apple?
Apple. Yeah.
No,
Like, how good is
he
he?
just became relevant.
No, I don't
Because
know.
but that's what I'm saying.
One of their
You remember-
DBs just got hurt.
Okay,
As to
remember
why
like
he was-
Lance Stevenson was talking on that shit because
Yeah.
he was hot for a moment?
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking.
He,
That's what-
Well, Eli Apple been in the league a little
He's
bit.
been in the
Okay, that's why I didn't
He's
know.
the only reason why
6-7 years.
he's in, like why is he much talk as this game is because one of their other DBs got hurt, and so he was more so now you have to switch sides of the field. Now you got to bring another rookie in, and so he was over here on Tyreek and he
looking
made that one big play.
glorified.
Now all of a sudden he's just blown up. Eli.
So was it a
And
Marshawn
then
Lynch type situation where you should just hand the ball?
No. What happened? Not to cut you off.
No, go.
What happened is Kansas City tried to run almost the exact same play twice. So it was first and goal. I want to say they were like at the 2 or the 3.
Mm-hmm.
You have one timeout. Just one. No. They didn't have no timeouts. Excuse me. They had no timeouts. Yeah. They're at the 3-yard line. The play that they ran it was almost like a trip set over here. Or it was McCole. It was Travis was on the line, and then Tyreek was right here. The DBs and that linebacker were both kind of lined up on Tyreek, and there was one dude over Travis Kelce. As soon as Patrick Mahomes snaps the ball, they abandoned Tyreek and immediately drop back to Travis.
Kelce.
Now you got to just throw the ball away. That's it. You're done. There's nothing else you can do because you don't have any timeouts. So he throws it at Travis Kelce's feet before he's even out of the break. Now you got 5 seconds left. That's it.
Field goal.
That's it. Because right now they're up 21-3.
Oh, so they went for the win.
Yeah, so their first 3 possessions, they got their touchdown. I'm just like, dear God, they're about to run these fools. Listen, there's a reason why Cincinnati ain't been in the Super Bowl since '88, and And Kansas City's going to be like, hey, well, listen,
why, yeah.
you got a long way to go. You fix that O-line, you fix the defense, come back and talk to me. But then they got 5 seconds left. They tried to run almost the exact same play a little bit, and it was like this little like kind of wide receiver screen out with Tyreek. You have 5 seconds left. It was an awful play. So what Tyreek does is he catches it, and instead of trying to either run out of bounds or race into the pylon, he catches it, runs a little bit, and then stops and tries to run upfield. And then that's when those two guys hit him, and now the clock's out. Now you're out of time. Mm-hmm. So you go to the locker room with a lead of 21-3. That's manageable. What happened is Cincinnati after the game, they're like, that was a huge ass play. Mm-hmm. Because it can either be 21-3 is a hell of a lot different than 24-3. Even though it's just 3 points. Kansas City got the ball after halftime.
Yep.
So imagine if they just scored, it's 28-3, and now you about to go put your foot on the door and kill this and that with a sledgehammer. Because even if you go up 31-3, you're like, shit, I don't know what to do now. Because I don't have an O-line. Now I got to have Joe Burrow throw 40, 50 times this game. I can't do it. Instead, they didn't kick the field goal. They ran some BS play. Andy Reid was like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I think we called the wrong play. No. You take the points always. And that's not in retrospect or hindsight or, oh, well, it's easy to say that now. No, the hell it ain't. You take those points. Because let me tell you something. There was a Super Bowl not 2 years ago, 3 years ago with Tom Brady. He won 10-3. What? You can tell you why? All it takes is one play. You get down there, kick the field goal. There's multiple times you saw Brady going like, let's go for it. Bill Belichick was like, get your ass on the sideline. Let's regroup. And then one play, bam, with the Gronk, got a 10-yard line, and then Sonny Michel ran in for a touchdown. That was it. You see what I'm saying? So with this, there's no reason why they didn't kick that field goal. And so all right, so now it's 21-3, and you go back into halftime, and they come back out.
Got cocky
and that, yes, he did.
I feel like the whole team was like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, just watching the game, I feel like they just let this fall off the game.
They absolutely
but
did.
the thing is, fucking Bengals.
That's just, I mean, no disrespect to any other team, but that's what kind of they built for themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they should be able to just win every game. But the issue I have with that is all season this year, you were up and down. You wasn't the dominant team you always had been. There was injuries. There was this. Patrick Mahomes was playing bad. So we should have probably went ahead and took the overtime and just took the chance.
Right.
But
and that's what's crazy is because with that going the way it did, if you look back to that game that they played in like week 16, the Bengals were down 11 going into the half.
Yep.
And then if you go back to the game that we're talking about, they were down
10,
11 going into the half.
Oh wow.
It's 21-3 going into halftime.
21-10.
21-10.
Or excuse me, 21-10.
Y'all mad as fuck.
No,
Yeah, I was like,
21-10.
that ain't like, yeah.
So, I mean, and like they said, the coach went into the locker room and said, we've been here. We were here last time we played them. They came back, and it was just a whole different story. I mean, Joe Burrow's hitting them. And, I mean, we didn't know how effective Tyrann Mathieu was going to be, obviously coming off that injury in Buffalo. So I don't know if that hindered them or what happened or, but
He's one of those. You got to take him off a stretcher if he's not playing.
Right. And then Uzama goes down in that game, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, but T. Higgins, he proved, like, hey, I could step up and take that role, leading all receivers with 106 yards.
He had some big games this year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he's legit. And the tight end went out, proceeded to go the way it did, man. Kansas City only scored 3 points the whole second half, leading up into, the rest of the game, really, going into overtime. Joe Burrow, nickel and diamond. But you go into overtime 24-24. You kick that field goal, it's probably game over unless something else happens. I mean, you never know what decisions they choose to make.
The momentum that they would have had just going up 24-10 is just huge. Right. Because even if you get the ball back after halftime and you go down and you kick the field goal, now it's 27-10.
Right.
Cincinnati's like, God, we can't catch a break.
Right.
Especially the first three. Kansas City's first 3 possessions, it was boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
It was touchdown, and Cincinnati had no answer for that.
Right.
At all. And I'm just like, this is going to get bad really quickly.
Do you feel like Kansas City changed their game plan? Or
they didn't do anything different.
Nope.
It was
really.
so
Bengals game plan changed.
They had to. That's exactly what happened. And Shannon Sharp kind of touched it on Undisputed that very next day. He said, so when you have situations like when Kansas City comes out and they go up 21-3, you have to abandon whatever the hell it is that you were doing. Cincinnati did that, and they held them to no more points going into the halftime. Well, what happened is Cincinnati adjusted to Kansas City, but Kansas City did not adjust to Cincinnati's adjustment, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So Kansas City was like, what do we do? Okay. Boom, touchdown. And then what we talked about, that huge touchdown by Small JP run. Mm-hmm. It was, I bullshit you not. It was just like a regular check down, and that was it. I didn't think that was going to go 40 yards like it did. And I was like, whoa, hey, whoa. I'm just like, oh my God. And then, listen, Again, I don't, as an OU fan, I don't even count the 2019 loss to LSU because it don't count. We played an NFL team. We should have to play an NFL team.
Yeah.
That back shoulder throw that he threw to Mr. Chase, that's dumb.
They locked in.
Rookies that's a rookie making that catch.
They locked in though. They're a dynamic duo.
Right.
It was so dumb. It was
Like how many people come into the league locked in like that? You played 4 years together, 3?
2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3 years together. Yeah. You have a lot of success. You the man, I'm the man. We got Justin Jefferson's at the other one.
Yep.
So I'm like, they get together. They get a whole year. He sits. It hurt. Whatever. I mean, that's just natural for them. Those type of players are like, in this situation, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
They might even say, hey, bro, I'm going back shoulder to be ready for it.
Right. And that's the thing also. I think it's crazy the confidence, or because a lot of people when when you go from junior high to high school, it's a learning gap. When you go from a high school to college, you're not playing against a bunch of 5'10" motherfuckers. Like everybody's 6 foot and above. Yeah,
everybody's good. Yeah.
And then you go to the NBA and everybody's the elite of the elite.
Great, yeah. Yep.
And so you are able to make that transition so seamlessly to the NFL because obviously you got 40 times matter, so these motherfuckers can move.
Yeah.
And then this is their job now. So it's like you go to work, you lift weights, you're doing it in there.
That's how you feed your family.
Right. Yep. So for you to go over, I'll count it as Joe Burrow's first full year.
I agree.
And then Jamar Chase is your rookie year. I mean, obviously we see what happened with Justin Jefferson, but we wouldn't think it would be possible for someone to come in the very next year and do damn near the same thing. I mean, he broke Justin Jefferson's rookie record for receiving yards.
Yep. Justin Jefferson just broke somebody else's?
I'm sure. I ain't no telling.
I think it was
OBJ, I'm right.
Might have been.
Possibly, yeah.
For sure.
So, and then you have your quarterback that you're used to, and this guy hasn't played a full season. So this is all still kind of new for him.
Right.
And then to be able to play with the confidence and with arguably the shittiest O-line in NFL.
Possibly.
I mean, yeah, like, it's ridiculous, man. He's nuts. Their whole team, like.
They're flat out impressive. So if you give them a good offensive line, there's no telling what the offensive Bengals is like. They might be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if they just add another little small piece somewhere, a receiver, a slot or something, Joe Burrow's slinging that thing.
Bruh,
Pause.
Everywhere. Like, it don't matter. It's ridiculous, man. I'm extremely impressed with the way that he handled that game. Obviously, it's your first time doing any of this. You beat the number 1 seed in Tennessee. You come back, you knock off the number 2 seed, and you're playing a former Super Bowl champion. And then you go into Arrowhead and come back and win that game.
There's zero reason, and it's not even taking anything away from like Burrow, but there's absolutely no way as Patrick Mahomes you allow that to happen. But at the same time, you got to know who's on the other side of that field. Like you said, Joe Burrow's here to play. And like we said, 2 weeks ago, he hadn't missed a step. He's not really playing with like a big bulky brace or anything like that, and he's still running. And how many runs did he have for a first down? I'm like, it's third down, here you go. Second down, here you go. Yeah. I'm just like, dude, this kid's legit. And for sure, if they can build up that O-line and try to get some help defensively, then they can come with it.
Joe Burrow's feet is real underrated.
Yeah, it is.
He get to moving a little bit,
especially off a torn ACL. I'm still skeptical. I tore my meniscus 10 years ago. I'm still skeptical to move left, right.
Man, that's how I felt when Dak took off running. The first time, like, Jesus, dude, you got to quit running, bro.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how you broke anything. You so close to the ground, but you jumped off something.
All right. Anyways.
I actually told somebody a story the other day, and they started laughing.
What?
That you did that, the way you did that, when you tore your...
Goofy ass nigga.
What'd you do?
There was like this little like bricks, like little...
DJ, I'm talking about...
It's like 2 feet
when
off the
When he say
ground.
little, nigga, he mean little.
Yeah, it's like 2 feet off the ground. I jumped over it and just landed wrong.
It was more war, nigga was happy.
I was geeked.
Assembly?
Niggas, I was geeked.
I jumped over it, came down, I was like...
Assembly?
Yeah, it was outside. It was outside.
Okay.
I was like, what? Hold on.
Thought you
heard that pop, and I was like, oh, that didn't feel good. My friend Kid was just staring at me. He's like, we going back to class? And of course, the class we left, it was on the other side of the school, and I was just like, this shit hurts, man. What is going on? So I sat down, and I was like, all right, I'm good. Got up, boy, that shit hurt. It was just a meniscus.
Right.
I don't even want to know what an ACL tear feels like. But you hear that pop, and you're like, oh. Okay.
So nigga, y'all niggas saying all this then. What we thinking? Bengals going, because I was going to say that, they beating the previous Super Bowl champion. So like, would y'all think they prepared for the Rams then?
I don't think so.
Or you feel like Rams a different monster right now?
But I'm going to take the Bengals by 3.
Bengals by 3. Okay.
I ain't even mean to skip. I ain't know if you was my fault. I know
That's what
but I was finna say that anyway because I was thinking, I'm like,
Yeah.
Chiefs a really good team. I guess, like I said, they ain't that good this season, but they're like a juggernaut of a team. And to go beat them in fucking Kansas City's like.
I think with Kansas City, they're more offensive heavy. You know, their defense isn't, that great. I'll just put it like that. I mean, in my opinion, you only have 2 weapons on defense, and that's Tyrann Mathieu and Chris Jones. You know, when it comes to the Rams, you got Okoronkwo. You got
How you say his last name?
Obo Okoronkwo.
Okay.
Okoronkwo.
That's right.
And you got
Von Miller. Shout out.
Von Miller. You got Aaron Donald. You got Jalen Ramsey. So, I mean, that's just a lot of shit.
Where's Jalen going to be at?
He's guarding Jamar Chase.
See, I don't know that I would first.
Why?
Because
He's not really he doesn't travel. So I would just like see like how it is at first, because if Joe Burrow can get the ball off, there's no sense in you being on their best receiver to start with, because Jalen doesn't do that ever. He doesn't usually ever start out on the best receiver. So when they were playing the Bucs, he didn't start out on Mike Evans. Mike Evans started torching him, and then he was like, "Oh!" And then that's when like it was a big deal, because Jalen Ramsey was like, Brady threw his last touchdown pass on me,
Right.
Because he wasn't on Mike Evans the entire game.
Yeah.
He traveled like over to him, and then he's like, "I'm just staying right here because he's torching us."
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So you think they're gonna double?
So it sounds like he probably should start on him just in case.
Yeah, that, or you guard T. Higgins and then you double Jamar Chase on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if he's going to be running all night, then you take Jamar Chase out of it. I just think you usually have the advantage.
What's the probability of him, since he's a rookie, of him having a horrible fucking game?
Who?
Jamar Chase. I mean, he didn't have the greatest game against Kansas City. I mean,
I'm saying even like, since he's a rookie in the Super Bowl, I mean, what's it? Because that's like.
And my thing is with Jalen Ramsey, who is the best corner in the game, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So
No doubt.
with the defensive line he got, Jalen can be really, really physical.
Right.
Like really physical. So Jamar might step up to it, he might not, but they're going to game plan to take him out of it. And that's where it's scary, because if T. Higgins don't have a good game, what are they going to do?
Right.
And you can't run the ball all day. They're just going to keep getting hit in the backfield, most likely, unless you run in a bunch of sweeps and all that type of stuff.
Right. And again, that offensive line isn't great. So you can try to run the ball, but again, you're going to have to try to get past Aaron Donald and Von Miller and Okoronkwo.
And you know they're trying to get Von Miller one, Donald one, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Man, Joe Mixon ain't scared of him.
No, Joe.
Joe, Joe
I'm just saying,
punched one of them.
Right.
For sure.
Like,
And P-Ryan,
he known for punching,
But, I don't know. It's going to be – the Bengals have surprised us all playoffs.
Right.
So, in the Super Bowl, everybody's going to throw out everything they got. And who knows? The Bengals might come out with a great blocking scheme that just tears some things up.
Yep.
And it could change the trajectory of the game.
Honestly, I mean, truly everybody's a rookie in this game, except for McVay.
Yeah.
Oh, in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Matt Stafford's never been here before.
Vaughn was right.
I mean, yeah, he's one of
Vaughn,
the
I was just
Denver.
gonna say, I thought that.
But like outside of that, like
There's like 4 people.
going to
Apple,
it, obviously
okay.
last year, like Brady and the Bucks, Brady's like, I've been here multiple times. Also,
Gronk.
shout out, our lifetime, we've never seen a Super Bowl held in the home stadium. Then we get it back-to-back years. Ever 50 years, we've never seen this shit before. Now it's back-to-back. Yeah,
Tampa and LA?
Yeah, so there's never, the home team has never held their the Super Bowl in their own home stadium ever.
That's
And
crazy.
now we get it back-to-back.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
It's crazy.
Somebody out there with a Illuminati out there talking about
Vegas is hard.
Hey, was that a real memo that the NFL sent out
About
about the Super Bowl?
What about it?
about that, they might have to move it.
Yeah, I seen some memo
Yeah.
saying they were going to do it in Dallas every year.
Yeah, they might.
At the AT&T Stadium.
For what?
But I don't know if it was a troll. Like
Money.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
I'm sure.
I
You make more in Las Vegas or Los Angeles than you would in Dallas.
The stadium's bigger? Or no.
It's $5 billion. Hell yeah, it's bigger.
Well, I heard they might have to move it because of COVID reasons.
Oh,
Ain't nobody worried about COVID. There's not a person in the NFL worried about
In LA, they
COVID.
might.
No one gives a rat's ass about
No,
COVID no more.
Texas, they don't care
I
about
was gonna say,
nobody.
I think
cares
it was a
about COVID.
troll because they're saying home team advantage, so they're trying to say Dallas is never going to be a home team. So
Wow.
Damn.
I think it was a troll. So
I
I don't know if it was real.
As a
though.
Dallas fan,
I
I'm
thought
not
it was
disagreeing.
real.
I can't
But
disagree.
I don't know if it was real. I
Yeah, I got into it with a Yankees fan who's also a Dallas fan the other day.
Well, I'm
That was
those two
interesting.
too, but you can't argue. I'm not going to argue for Dallas. I can't.
There's no argument for either.
Well, Yankees
This
ain't been
nigga
good.
will.
Yeah, I agree. Yankees ain't been good in a while. But okay.
Don't get this nigga started.
There's some people like that, but I can't. I'm one of those people. Like I kind of like Dallas, Yankees, and the Lakers. Like it's just those franchises
that's
of greatness,
terrible
right?
This nigga blood pressure got to be high.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm the same way.
Right. I was gonna
Yeah, this
say,
dude was. Yeah, he tried to tell me like 27. I said the Yankees have won 27 World Championships. How many have they won in your 27 years of living?
man.
What, you had to go there?
Nah, those
You don't get to claim. That's like so. Like with OU fans, we won 7. No, you haven't. You have not won shit, actually. Your grandparents were alive for 4 of them, and you're just sitting here riding the coattails of the shit that happened in the 2000s. That's not how that works.
No, Dallas did.
No.
Some Dallas fans do that too.
So my own rule that I have is give me at least a decade. Just in the past decade, what has your team done? So OU, I like Boston, I like Broncos, everybody. The past decade, what have you done? We'll go back a little bit further. 15 years, what have you done? Okay, if we keep going back further than that, I'm gonna need you to adjust how you come at me with your fandom. I'm not. My team's ain't good. I'm wearing OU shit. We're not good. Basketball suck, except for women's. Shout out.
Yes, facts. They scored 100 points the other day. That's nice.
Boy, shout out to T-Rob. Shout out to
When the fuck
T-Rob.
did Brady Manning go to North Carolina? I was watching. Yo, I was
He
sitting
was
there like,
rethinking his decision on Saturday. Did y'all see that?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, he got body bagged bad.
They were
First of
getting
all,
fucked
bro,
on.
bro,
Who was they
call
playing?
Allen. Call Allen. They play Duke. That's the
Duke was
playing.
beating their
bro.
ass.
You
Oh,
North Carolina had to call
damn.
timeout.
Hold on.
It was
First off, they was
31-8.
They was running a triangle and 2,
I don't even know what that is.
getting blasted. It's an all defense, getting blasted. I
They
know that
got
part.
dismantled.
Boy.
Did you see Brady Manning getting punched on?
I didn't. I
Hey,
need
but
to see
don't-
that.
it
You
was
need to send
bad.
that
No,
to me.
but
It was
Brady
bad.
Manning was hooping. That nigga was shooting that motherfucker.
Yeah, he looked good.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
sitting there. I'm like, they said Brady Manning. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
man.
fuck? When did you start Google it? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, he was sidelined to COVID-19 and he was
Yeah.
just benched and they changed their lineup. And I'm like, Brady Manning's a solid player. It's like, oh, you can use him right now. What the hell?
No
But-
doubt. What?
I know, so I was confused. I was like, why the hell is he in North Carolina?
Can we get through
Threw
one
me
segment
off.
talking about the Oklahoma Sooners, please?
Yeah, we can get sorry.
Jesus,
But I was just confused.
That's fine. We can spend 30 seconds talking about this team. We're not
It ain't
good.
gonna take you 30
It's
seconds.
Oh.
we're not. It's
Oh,
bad.
you
What
Basketball?
basketball?
Yeah, yeah. I was
Men's,
at the game
honestly,
the
let me
other
tell you, men's women is phenomenal. Jenny Baranchek, first of all,
She's
what is-
doing a
what is
great
today?
job.
Tomorrow, we vote for the mayor. I'm voting Jenny Baranchek for mayor.
No,
Yeah.
DJ for real. She's
She
doing
is
a great job. bro.
extraordinary.
Man.
This is the highest they've been ranked since 2016, and they're ranked 12. I'm on it. I'm in it. I'm a yes sir. Yep.
DJ
I'm
don't
here
give
for
a
her.
fuck. DeJarius ain't caring.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
here
I
for
get
her.
it.
Hit you with some, shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
bro, he got to be calling that, bro.
See how I hit you with that? Nigga said, don't give a fuck.
No.
That's exactly what it was.
I mean,
yeah,
I care. It's,
Bro,
it's
you can't let this
interesting.
man call you the Jarris, bro. What is
Nah,
that?
Do you
That's
watch
like-
Alabama basketball? I'm not making joke. I'm being dead serious.
God,
not
no.
much.
Bro,
No,
SEC
they're okay, though. They're not bad, though.
SEC basketball so boring.
I
They're
watch.
not bad, though.
SEC basketball.
Hey, no, Georgia.
To watch the game.
Hold
I was
on,
not
Georgia
excited.
the other day almost.
I was about to say they almost just upset number 5 team in the country.
It was crazy.
Also, Alabama and Auburn just had a really good game a couple weeks ago. The SEC is on fire. Right now.
First off,
Alabama almost
you gotta
fucking
understand,
beat Arizona. That's funny.
We're
as hell.
Big 12 fans, and we
No, I
have
understand
arguably the best conference in the country.
No, I don't disagree.
So it's just
But
the
they got
way,
nothing to do with my team.
No, the way we play is a little more exciting
Yeah.
than SEC. SEC
Oh, yeah.
kind of like football
Yeah.
and make it boring, not boring, but you know that type of
Which is
thing.
very
You gotta understand,
traditional.
the last time I watched Alabama basketball was Colin Sexton, I think.
That's only a few
that's
years
fair.
ago.
That's fair.
It's not
That's
too-
fair.
3,
You know
4
what I'm
years ago.
saying? And then they have some new
bad.
kid, I forgot his name, high flyer. I forget his name. He was all over ball his life. Like I'm interested to check those out.
We'll
but
touch
like,
on him in a
You
minute.
got balls in your life?
What
is
Pause.
going
I don't-
Anyways,
Yes.
all right, let's do our predictions on Super Bowl because I
First, I think the Bengals about
He
to
said Bengals by 3.
What you got?
I like the Bengals. I want the Bengals to win.
by what?
Okay.
I think
2-1.
I think like I'm gonna say it win by a touchdown.
Okay, that's tough.
Okay. Billy O?
And don't tell us Vegas odds and fucking
4.5
goddamn gambling
points.
picks.
Yeah, it's 4.5.
Oh
Shit,
god,
man.
is it really?
Yeah, it's 4.5.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, sorry, did y'all see that fucking Netflix documentary about point shaving in college basketball?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about what the dude? Yeah, I seen it.
Oh my god,
I didn't see it.
that shit.
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's
Niggas got paid $20,000. Nigga, I'm point shaving every game.
so it was a dude who used to get a buckets back in. We'll talk about it in a minute. Go ahead, predictions first.
Dude, it's hard again because like I would ride more with McVay than I would Zach Taylor, and also too, Cincinnati. I think is like they're definitely talented enough to be here for sure. I'm 100% rooting for Joe Burrow, but I think I'll pick Cincinnati. But I think by the first quarter you'll probably have an idea of what's going to happen with that O line.
But the nerves have to get out too, though, for everybody. So
Oh yeah, everybody's
that's
gonna be
take a
jittery.
minute.
Everybody be jittery, and that's where that D line comes in because Von Miller, like I said, he's been there with the Broncos, and so he's gonna be able to. And so is Aaron Donald. So to have that leadership on really probably the best unit on the field is that D line for the Rams. So I'll pick. I'm gonna pick Cincinnati because I want to see Joe Burrow do it, and he's the ultimate Tiger King at that point. You win with the Tigers and you win with the Bengals. That's it. What's up?
Hey, so do y'all know about Bengals coaching staff? Like, do they have any veteran coach? Like
Zach Taylor is
people who've
like-
been there.
I'm
Zach
just
Taylor,
just like-
Zach Taylor and I think Sean McVay both coached for Washington at one
Yeah.
point.
Okay,
And
I
they
just
were-
didn't know if they had any type of this whole team.
I mean, it's
coached
just
everything.
new.
kinda-
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
new. Yeah.
It's a new regime. So I would not mind seeing Joe Burrow win.
Yeah, I think it'd be
obviously.
awesome.
You know, it
Great
would be
story.
cool. Yeah, absolutely.
But you don't think they're gonna win?
I don't. I think the Rams are going to win by
On
seven,
paper,
7 to 10 points.
Yeah, on paper, the Bengals should lose. Period.
But on paper, they shouldn't be there in the first place.
That's facts.
Right. But I mean, I don't want to discredit them, but I want to credit them in the sense that their offense is for real. Like, you may think that they're young, but they're young, good players. You know what I'm saying? The defenses that they've had to go up against, in my opinion, haven't been the best. I mean, the Titans was the best one that they've played, and I don't think but the Titans defense is the greatest, you know? So I think this is going to be, obviously, without a doubt, the best defense they played the entire playoffs.
So, do you agree this is the best playoffs in a long time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's been some good ass
Yeah,
games.
for
I ain't
sure.
even
Yeah,
bothered.
because I mean, the
This
point
weekend,
totals,
for sure.
the point totals have been great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the best playoffs. Oh, you're talking about.
Like
I
in
thought you were
total,
talking
like
about
first,
Cincinnati
second,
stretch.
no, first round, second round, and
Oh yeah,
all the
it's been
fucking
amazing.
overtimes and shit.
Right.
What- Hey, and also, as far as the Rams, if the Rams lose, what the fuck happens with that team?
nothing.
Oh, they
Stafford's a
I
free
didn't know if
agent,
they
but
got-
they're gonna sign him.
Yeah,
right?
they
Yeah,
okay. They didn't have to do nothing to get Odell, like get rid of people. And
No.
Odell, they picked him
They
up.
picked him up
'cause-
off waivers.
Yeah.
Oh
So
fuck, that's right. My fault.
he
I
might.
was just wondering.
He may or may not come back depending on what he wants after this season because he's kind of proven himself. I mean, I don't know if you've proven yourself to be a number one somewhere,
Yeah.
but you've proven yourself to probably
Nah,
be the
he ain't
best
done-
number,
he
the
ain't
best
done
number
enough in a
two.
while.
So it's not Super Bowl buzz.
Right.
No,
Okay.
they're gonna be back.
Yes and no. They just don't.
Okay.
They don't have. They've leveraged their future to get Matt Stafford. So
Right.
truly, like,
This next 3 years is like
really, this. I mean, this year, because like, I don't know what's Matt Stafford's contract like. Is he done this year?
Yeah,
he a
after
free
this
agent.
year,
So
he's-
everybody's a free agent this season
Yeah.
because if they don't re-sign half their team, they can't rebuild in the draft
yeah.
because they don't have a first round pick till 2024.
But who's all up for free agency this year for them?
Devontae.
Truly, everybody.
Yeah.
Damn.
Aaron Donald?
Oh no,
He
just
might
for the
be
Rams.
The offense.
Yeah, just for the Rams.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
I mean, if you don't Super Bowl and then you can come back with the same team, it's kind of like Tom Brady situation.
yeah, but see, Tom Brady came back with different teams every year because everybody wants that Super Bowl talent.
No, I mean in Tampa, so he came back to the same
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, but see, you ain't got Tom Brady in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I agree.
Matthew
But Matt
Stafford
Stafford,
might be the closest for right now.
What? Say it again.
Matthew Stafford might
Close
be
to
the
who?
closest as far as like that.
comparable.
This nigga
Yeah.
will.
There's nothing comparable to those two.
Obviously, the Super Bowls is different.
That's not even the Super Bowl. There's nothing comparable to Matt Stafford except for they play quarterback in the same sport. That's
Matthew Stafford might not be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
This year?
it. No,
I mean, in general, he's
Whoa,
been.
what do you mean? No,
no,
not a top 5 quarterback this year in the NFL.
no.
Who's named 4
name your
quarterbacks
top
better
5.
than him?
Talk to
Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers,
No, active.
Josh Allen. Oh,
Josh Allen.
active? Yeah, there's
I
two
mean-
quarterbacks active right now. So yeah, he's better than Joe Burrow.
I'm talking
No,
about
on the-
Tom Brady just retired, so I'm talking about another 5 that you would.
So
name outside
A-Rod,
of-
Tom Brady.
So nigga, just take out
Patrick
Tom Brady. is what
Mahomes,
I'm
Okay, so
saying.
take out Tom Brady. So now we have, let's go Rodgers, let's go Mahomes, let's go Josh Allen.
You said
and I'll
Josh
probably take-
Allen? I'm
Would
just
you not
asking.
take Josh Allen? You have Dak on your team. You would take Josh Allen?
Of course, but I'd take Matt Stafford too.
Who would you pick?
Out of the
Josh
2,
Allen or Matt Stafford?
for our team, only Josh Allen because he can scramble very
That's,
well.
that's not even a comparison.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Like, I think, don't get me wrong, Matt Stafford is great, and he's done well this year. Is he a top 5? If he's top 5, it's because he's 5, almost 6.
That's fair.
It's not because he's like just better than that. And again, I'm not going to get caught up in like the prisoner of the moment. I don't think that Cincinnati's still better than Kansas City. If I have to pick the next 5 years, who's going to make it to either A, the Super Bowl, or B, the AFC Championship, I'm riding with Patrick Mahomes, and that's from a Denver fan. I don't like him or Andy Reid, but I'm definitely picking them
Okay.
because Cincinnati has got a lot of problems to work with. Because honestly, like again, it's what we talked about. They're great, but there's almost no reason they should be here. There's no way they should have lost to Tennessee. There's damn sure not a way that they go in Arrowhead. That's a huge ass win, and Mahomes took his foot off the gas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think both of them are great, but
Okay, so
like by no means is like am I just gonna be like I'm taking
Aaron Rodgers,
Mahomes over him anyway.
Josh Allen,
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Who's the 4?
We said
I
5.
got 2 more.
Okay. Let's go. I'll probably take.
Not Russell Wilson.
Baby Glenn got the Jeopardy music.
No, I don't know that I would take a Russell.
Yeah.
Just
Joe
Russell
Burrow?
I might take Joe over him just because he can move.
I mean, that's a comparable one.
Now, I would love to see the swap. If you to swap, because you see what happens.
Well, yeah. Well, no.
You see what I'm
One
saying?
sucks with sucky teams.
What do you mean?
I mean, Matt Stafford sucked with the Lions.
But
You
Matthew
see, exactly.
Stafford never had a full like Joe Burrow has weapons on offense.
He had Megatron. Don't know.
Okay, Megatron.
He better than all them put
Oh
together.
shit! Hold on. So ain't basically Matt Stafford the only reason why Megatron retired? Cause throw the ball.
Megatron. Are we not going to talk about how he had one of the greatest, two of one of the most iconic?
You just throw that ball up there.
Seasons, yeah.
That shit was stupid.
Two of the most.
I don't know football, nigga, but I feel like I heard that a lot.
Matt Stafford kept putting him in situations where he get his head knocked off.
That's what I'm saying.
So it wasn't
throwing the ball.
Yeah, because they kept running things to where he had no choice but to get his head knocked off.
Detroit is also just where players just go to die.
Yeah.
So okay, you got Joe Burrow, who's 5. Yeah, it's one of the worst franchises. They're like
Cleveland is worse than them.
Who?
Cleveland's worse than Detroit.
Whoa. Why? Not as of late.
Yeah. And
retired now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, nigga. Name me 5th.
I don't know if he can name
Who's your
5th.
5th?
It's a toss-up between maybe Lamar
Come on, cuz.
and possibly... You wouldn't take Lamar Jackson over Matt Stafford?
No. Only because I don't think Lamar can pass like that. That's
He
just
ain't
my
got to pass like that. He don't have receivers like that.
Where you at?
Whoa,
Where you at?
Okay.
No. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson does not have to pass like that because that's not the system that they run in Baltimore.
Can't pass.
Mark Andrews didn't lead the league in receptions
I
and tight
agree.
end this year.
But who else?
And he got hurt this year. So where were they at last year whenever he wasn't hurt? My point exactly.
They may run at it, but they just didn't do nothing. Matt Stafford going to play one season and be further than he was.
Yeah, but where's he at? That's what I'm saying. That's the exact same
both
thing.
teams
Like
was
you saw,
good.
like that's like comparing him to now Jared Goff. Okay, yes, because he was in a horrible ass situation with Detroit. You then bring him in. Also, too, coaching is a huge ass deal. Name me the last 3 coaches Detroit has ever had. You can't because nobody does.
Right.
Sean McVay brings him into a system that is already built. This foundation is already set. This team has been here for a while. They got moved to LA. They've already been in a Super Bowl once. They've already won the NFC once in a much better division once.
Yeah.
So all you do is flip-flop a quarterback who Matt Stafford is not the best ever. No. He is what you need him to do and just understands the assignment.
Right. But
They truly could have brought in like 5 other quarterbacks and done the exact same thing. So your boy Tannehill, as much as you hate him, watch his ass go somewhere else and be just fine. You see what I'm saying?
He wasn't fine in Miami.
Bring his ass to we'll take him to Denver.
I'll take him.
Cleveland will take him. Why are you hating on Dak so much?
You tell me what Dak did good this year. I'll
He took you to the playoffs.
And then what?
Sorry. 8 other teams also lost. There's only 2 teams that get to play for the Super Bowl.
We got too many good players to be average. It makes no sense to me.
Well,
For sure. Yes. For sure. Yes.
I'm not even, I'm not defending Dak, but I mean, but that nigga running down the middle of the field, no timeout.
That is not his fault, for starters.
Now he should have dive earlier. Whatever.
I'm just saying,
That play shouldn't be called in the first place. You don't have enough time.
But god damn, nigga, like that look bad.
He can audible.
That look bad on that nigga.
I'm sorry. If that was Tommy B and anybody good, for example, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rod, they audible in that. We not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I don't even know if you can audible because there's not enough time on the clock for you to do anything. So if you spike, so say he just spikes it, and now you're at midfield.
Yeah.
So now you have 8 seconds left. In theory, it makes sense to you want to be able to get 2 chances at the end zone, 35 yards out,
Right.
versus 1 chance, 55 yards out. So it makes sense in theory, but they just didn't have enough time. You blew a stupid
Peyton
timeout.
Manning audible now. Whatever. I'm calling it.
Don't you agree quarterback with
I'm just saying.
But they gonna tell the coach, nigga, I ain't running that nigga.
Kellen Moore. That's for me.
He should have been
we
fired.
need to get him.
He should have been fired. I'd have fired him a long time
Matthew
ago.
Stafford's had about
He's a top 5.
2 or 3 seasons of 5,000 yards passing with nobody.
Yeah,
Yes, he
Detroit.
had Megatron for one.
We looked it up. That Detroit teams he had was really pathetic.
They were bad, yes.
Like extremely pathetic.
But you
they're
give
bad.
him a Jamar Chase, you give him a T. Higgins, you give him an Uzama, you give him a Joe Mixon and Samaje, Matthew Stafford with Detroit. Like he never had just great players.
That's the case you can make for truly almost anybody.
No, but the
if you
issue
give him
is
a better O-line, you give him a better
in
anything. He's going to be
Baltimore,
better.
The team is built around Lamar.
Yes.
And so when he got there, they got pieces to fit him.
Mark Andrews,
Yes.
Right?
Hollywood Brown.
Because they know he's not a deep ball thrower. He likes to scramble a lot.
He wasn't. Now he is now.
Yeah, he'll check down. He'll throw it more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like in the NFL, and I hate to be like this, but sometimes it's more fitting to have a pocket passer than a scrambling quarterback.
I don't disagree.
Because not everybody's fitting for that situation.
Right.
So
that's just where I sit with
I'll
it.
put it like this. How many people, we've seen Tua in Miami.
Oh, God.
We've seen
He's horrid.
Baker as a passer from the passing aspect with the weapons that he's had with the Austin Hoopers, the David Njokus, Odell, Jarvis Landry. And then you have Nick Chubb and, Kareem Hunt. And it's like, yeah, it's easy to say, like, if you put anybody in the best situation, but a lot of people have decent situations and aren't doing good. And a lot of people are in bad situations and are just being shitty. I don't think, like, Tua doesn't have great weapons. You know what I'm saying? And to me, he's kind of in that Matthew Stafford situation where your best player is Jalen Waddle and he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you give Baker, you draft him to a system where you give him all the pieces in the world, and for some reason you can't figure it out. I don't think Baker's a bad quarterback, but some people
I think his coaching is bad.
Right.
For sure.
I really believe that because he was with a great coach in college, and I know college is different than NFL, but he had a lot of success. Whatever's going on, you can't pick a quarterback young and then give him coach. Somebody has to be able to build with him and teach him, and you have to find a system that fits him.
In 4 years, he had three OCs and 3 coaches.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard for
Like, that's
I don't
outrageous.
feel like they're put Baker in a situation to be successful for the long haul by keep changing coaches.
Right.
Like they're not going to be great immediately. You had to give it time. He came in, they won some games, whatever. You keep firing coaches.
Right.
How about you fire assistants and then find a OC that's good for him, quarterback coach that's good for him, and just ride it out.
Right.
Because that's what's going to happen with obviously Dallas, which that ain't working. You know, for the most part. Tommy B.
Yeah.
He got Bill Belichick. They rolled it out. They didn't know what he was going to do. Nobody knew what he was going to be.
Right.
You just had to take the chance. And so a lot of these quarterbacks, Tannehill, they rolled it out in Miami. Didn't work. He goes to a better situation. Okay, cool.
Right.
But it's just, I think it's all hit and miss with those.
My thing is a lot of people have had weapons. The last time we've heard about weapons when it comes to Detroit was Megatron, Barry Sanders, and Darius Slay.
Wow.
Okay.
You know
That's
what I'm
probably
saying?
true.
Like a lot of those people aren't. When you look at a Justin Herbert, you have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a good situation for him. Shit, Deshaun Watson damn near turned the Houston Texans around by himself. Obviously, he had D-Hop.
Right.
But, I mean, you had D-Hop, J.J. Watt, and then what? You know?
Yeah.
So
Brandon
I mean,
Cooks was there for a little bit too.
Brandon Cooks was there for a little bit, but it's just one of those things, man. Like a lot of people come into good situations, but a lot of people can turn bad situations around. Like I think the Lions were really ass before Matthew Stafford, and yeah, they maybe never made a playoff appearance, but they weren't the most terrible of teams. You know what I'm saying? So you put
He's
him
been there 3 times to the playoffs.
okay, been to the playoff with Detroit,
Right.
and we seen how Jared Goff handled being there this year.
Jared Goff is just not a good quarterback. The Rams wasted a first round pick on him regardless.
And that's all
There's
I'm
just
saying.
zero reason they should have ever. He was just bad.
Yeah, and then I mean Carson Wentz. Yeah, Carson Wentz has been to a Super Bowl, but in my opinion, the Colts defense held them in a lot of those games and helped them win a lot of those games. And Jonathan Taylor, when you just got to hand it off to the rushing leader.
Yeah.
You know, so I just think Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, if you can throw for 5,000 yards a few times with the bummiest of the bums, like they're down there.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like
He can sling it. I give him that.
Oh yeah, there's no question there.
He impressed me this year because I said early in the podcast that I'm not a fan of Matt Stafford, never have been. I didn't feel like in Detroit he did anything for me to feel like he's a Super Bowl contender type quarterback. He had to prove it. I said it back then. He proved it.
Right.
So I'm watching games. I'm like, oh, he's putting that bad boy on the money. And
I mean,
so
he's an extraordinary quarterback.
gotta
There's
give him
no,
some respect.
there's no question about that.
And that's why this season I feel like if you look at all the quarterbacks, he for me is in my top 5.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he got the best receiver, all those type of things. But as a quarterback, I feel like he's done a pretty good job this year.
I think Will just don't want to hear that nigga name and Tom Brady's name.
But I'm just saying, you look at it like you said.
I think that's all it was. I think that's just what it came down to.
If you name Patrick Mahomes has Tyreek Hill, he has Travis Kelce, and then a bunch of other and then you have like the other two or three or the third and fourth option can kind of get open due to the fact that you have to guard Tyreek Hill.
Right.
Pringle, McCole Hardman, all those guys. Josh Allen, you got Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox is nice. And then they have they have another one, Emmanuel Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like Matthew Stafford did not have that. You had Megatron, and he was like douches.
Yeah.
But
Don't blame him.
so that's just my opinion.
He talked about it
I
on the
got to run
podcast
my
one
fade
time.
in the locker room.
He's like, I was going to die.
No, for real, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know I heard, but
He on the
I know what
pod
y'all
dead
saying.
serious, like, bro, they was going to kill me. Like, there was nothing.
He started off something on ESPN or some shit, bro. And like the first shot, you don't even see his face. You just see his hands. and them motherfuckers just
Just
gang
all
signed up,
fucked
bro.
up,
And I'm
yes.
like, that shit is crazy.
What's crazy is
All
I
fucked
haven't
up.
noticed that until late when I watch podcasts of NFL players. All their hands be.
You see Brandon Marshall say like this where he talked.
Deion Sanders
He tried to hold him up like that.
I mean, his stuff. I'm like, that's
That
crazy,
damn CTE.
Man.
Fucking up their fingers and shit.
And then back then when Deion them play, you know, they was head hunting. They wasn't worried about nobody's
Sean
soul,
Taylor.
line, none of
Some
that.
aggressive niggas beating women, beating niggas.
Sean Taylor.
Alvin
bro.
Kamara, what's his
Ray Lewis,
name?
Ray Lewis.
Alvin
Kamara, what's
Come on.
that?
Yeah, he
Shout out to
just
that
got
nigga. Shout out to that nigga.
Ray Lewis
Man,
be-
NFL shitty. Y'all got motherfuckers DUI, killing people.
I don't know.
People
No,
getting beat up, slammed.
Ray Lewis be the murder case, right?
Aaron
sure
Hernandez
did.
fucking niggas in the ass, killing people. Like
He wasn't
NFL.
gay.
Whoa, hold on. Did you watch the
I watched the documentary. I disagree
Come on,
with it.
cuz.
I don't think he was gay.
Okay.
Might have been bi-curious, but he wasn't gay.
Nay.
Whatever.
He was Paul
Fuck,
marrying
yeah.
me with it. Come on.
I
Nigga
just,
said
I don't
he
understand
wasn't
that. I don't understand
I'm
that.
just saying, NFL need to do something about
They
them
got
helmets,
nothing.
nigga. God
No,
damn.
they are. You see that stuff they did with the helmets? So they put this thing on the guy's head, and then it fits his head to the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the
forms.
dude on the
Yep.
bottom was like, back in my day, my coach just threw it on and said, yeah, you wear a medium.
Yep. I swear to God,
Bro,
bro.
all it's finna do is fit right around their brains to get rocked a little bit more. Also, I was gonna say I think Joe Burrow and them niggas gonna win just because you got Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and all them niggas performing from halftime.
That
It's gonna be a lot of
Hey,
nigga
I'm
treating the
locked in
building.
there.
I'm locked
Patrick,
in.
I mean not Patrick. I'm sorry.
Joe Burrow.
Burrow, fuck black bitches. So it's just gonna be a lot of
How do-
niggatry
how do we
and,
know that?
it's Black History Month.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all see Joe Burrow with the chain on?
Yeah,
No, Joe Burrow be clean.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he winning, bro. He
Joe
gonna walk
Drip.
in. He might say nigga after the
Wow.
game. He might say I whoop them niggas. They suck dick. Shout Martin Luther King and just move on. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Hey, if Joe Burrow show up to in like all black or some black history,
Black
shit,
turtleneck with the
You see
gold
that wearing
chain.
black uniforms too.
On God.
It's a few, yeah.
Oh nigga, this is a song they winning. And then after Snoopy gonna be there smoking kush. It's over. Who gives a fuck?
Bro, I'm so excited for that halftime show.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be dope.
It's
It's gonna be dope this year.
Stupid.
Better be a lot of kush in the air.
Oh,
Ain't they doing that shit in LA? Somebody getting shot outside.
yeah. That
Y'all
is,
see a nigga
yeah,
got beat
it's
up
gonna be-
at the fucking was it not
Yeah, yes.
What happened?
shit, so
Yes.
somebody
The
died.
49ers game.
What happened? Somebody
Yeah.
beat up
Somebody,
that bad?
somebody got beat up and put in a medically induced
Parking
coma.
lot. Nigga got punched and they say he hit something and he fell.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just reading about that.
Manslaughter.
Yep.
NFL whole environment. Just shut that bitch down.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I fuck with the NFL, but I be seeing niggas get hit. I'm like, God damn, nigga. I'm like, there goes a woman beat. There goes a man killed. Every time
Jesus.
somebody get
All right.
CT all
Nah,
over
I
the
tell you what,
motherfucker.
that, when I see that stuff about
Debo?
Ray Rice back in the day, that was
Oh
rough.
yeah, nah. Who took a hard hit? Was it Debo Samuels? Somebody got rocked in that Rams. 40.
Antonio
I think it
Brown got
was.
hit hard that one time. He ain't been the same since.
Montez Burfict.
The fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah, he said he's going to Baltimore next year, so we gonna
Don't
see.
do that to Lamar. Don't.
what he said.
No.
That's what he
no.
said.
There's too much
No.
ignorance
Lamar,
already
hey,
in
Lamar,
Baltimore.
Lamar's so ignorant, he might not even know what's going
Yeah,
on.
he was cool. He was posting shit like he posted that little
Yeah.
purple emoji with the smiley face and horns and shit.
I would love to see Marquise Brown, Lamar, and Antonio Brown in the whip, bump some Kodak, smoking some kush. That'd be dope.
I would have Mark Andrews in the
Well, they
back.
strip club's gonna be jumping. Jesus
Nah, you know
Christ!
what's funny? Antonio Brown said that shit, and there was the GM or the coach was like, "We have no interest in adding any more wide receivers." I was like, "Damn, bro, you ain't gonna give him a shot." But I mean, you do have Hollywood Brown and Sammy Watkins, so
Who
So
takes a
why
shot
not?
on Antonio Brown?
Why not take a shot?
right, I get that. You said
Why
What?
would you? Why
Why
would
not?
you? Why would you?
Because you know he gonna quit. You know
Why
he gonna
would
probably
disrespect
quit.
him, my nigga?
No.
Well,
no.
first off, he was getting busy until he left. So don't act
No.
like before he
Yeah,
got hurt.
yeah.
No, but that's fine. But it is the exact same way.
That's fine.
No.
No,
Hold on, cuz we ain't gonna feed
If
to
he,
this
plays in
narrative.
the, if he plays in the championship game, they probably win.
The nigga
I mean, in
had
the
text
second-
messages showing them niggas was on some bullshit.
I don't. Okay, that's one team.
So you saying
You've
the
been
previous
through
team?
three.
Hold on, Pittsburgh.
Okay, so
he was
hold
there
on.
for a minute before
And
anything
he
went
had to
wild.
play with
Okay,
rapist.
but still, he
So
was
let's
like,
count
still
that.
doing dumb shit in the locker room. You can't go
That's
Facebook
true.
Live in the middle of a coach talking. That's not how that works.
Antonio Brown do.
And then your dumbass goes to a crowd too with barefoot. What are you? You can't be this damn
He was,
stupid.
he was doing a podcast on Full Send, and he said, "We just need a kumbaya. Y'all just got to calm down, kumbaya."
He's a jackass.
He kept saying that,
He's
bro. I'm
such a-
like, bro, cuz
I'm saying,
He's
think about
not.
Pittsburgh.
He's not okay.
Ben Roethlisberger.
okay.
Not gonna say it, but I'm saying, bro, he's in a toxic environment. He got to
He
be around
wants a toxic environment.
Tom Brady kissing kids in the fucking house, kissing his
that's
kids,
his-
making out
that's
with
his-
them niggas.
That's his children.
That's
I
his
disagree with
kids.
that. I'm
Nigga,
not
if I go in
doing
the
it.
locker room, you making out with your kids and shit, nigga, I'm leaving.
It's fine.
I'm just saying, nigga, maybe, just maybe, they're
It's
using
other
him as
people.
a scapegoat. Like I said earlier, you know, it seemed like Baker Mayfield getting used as a scapegoat. There's other shit going on. Just come on, bro. Just let my nigga rock.
He's been. This is his fourth team that he's just up and left. That's not how that works.
Who's the third?
He went to New England also with Brady.
New England.
Fuck, I forgot
Yeah,
about
you see what I'm
that.
saying? Pittsburgh and then Oakland.
So who worse, him or Cam Newton?
Oh, I forgot about
He's
Oakland.
way worse. Oh my God, what?
Talking
He's
about
way
toxic.
worse.
Who?
Cam
God,
Newton.
he's
I'm
way
just
worse.
fucking
Who'd you say?
That's not
I
even
said Cam
close.
Newton or Antonio Brown.
Oh, Cam
as far as
Newton,
being
bro.
toxic.
Yeah, no,
There's
no.
32 quarterbacks better than him, by the way.
No,
No,
I
I
disagree.
meant like being a bad influence
Nah,
on the
Antonio,
team.
Cam don't be tripping like that. He just be on.
Nah.
Yeah, Cam's just quiet. He
Don't say
had to
that
do
nigga
something with
hair.
his hair. He
He's
had to do something
quiet. Fuck out of here.
compared to Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown don't be doing nothing.
Anybody listen to the
Oh,
song?
okay.
Pitch it
No,
out.
no,
I ain't gonna lie, cuz kind of went nice with that.
no.
All right, we can move. Let's move on. Let's move on. Goddamn.
We gotta touch on Tom Brady though before we switch anything.
Fuck that
Man.
nigga. I'm so glad I got to see his bum ass play no more.
Man,
I don't.
I
don't
disrespect that nigga
First
today.
and
I don't
it's
give a fuck.
almost as sad as when LeBron retires. I hate to be like
it's
that.
true.
The fuck outta here.
I will say, thank you, Tom Brady. I grew up obviously didn't watch football early on, but I had a friend that I played Little League with. They were from Boston, and we called his dad Boston, and they were big Tom Brady fans. So that's when I first started really getting into it, and they were Tom Brady'd out all the time. And I've never watched an NFL season without Tom Brady. And he's like, Big Tony was saying, he's like the LeBron, the Kobe, the Jordan of his era. Like, he's just the GOAT. So I appreciate it. I appreciate all the Super Bowls. I appreciate you doing what you've done with the minimal talent you had in New England, showing people, as long as you do your job and you don't just play the game, but think the game. Because I think a lot of people, basketball, football, soccer, a lot of people can be athletes and they can do this and that. You know what I'm saying? You can run a 4.240, but if you can think the game and see shit ahead of the game, that's invaluable. So
To you, Tom Brady, suck my dick.
Wow.
I don't like your big bum ass. You was inflating footballs, making out with your kids.
Deflating.
Just fuck you, nigga. Inflating, deflating. I don't give a fuck what it is, nigga. Fuck that nigga.
Well, do your piece.
I'm disrespecting that nigga. I can't wait till a black nigga come up and be way better than that nigga. Watch. It's gonna happen.
I don't.
They breed
7
black niggas like,
Seven
come on, bro.
championships, bro. That's
no.
tough.
They're gonna be a black quarterback gonna run that nigga out the water, bro.
Alex,
Easy money.
name me one black quarterback right now you think.
I didn't
that
say
would
right
win.
now. I'm saying it's gonna come up one day.
Okay.
I don't fuck with Tom Brady.
That's fair.
God.
Well, let us speak.
Once he
on
put that MAGA hat on, he hate niggas. He make out with his kids.
Wow. His whole receiving core was niggas and his running back.
whole receiving core. Pause. Oh, you talking about this last team?
Yeah.
Yeah, and back to slave owners used to fuck the slaves. Don't make a
I
damn
don't
difference.
understand. What,
That's Alex's trip.
He like, here, there gonna be some money. I'm throwing the ball. Here gonna no Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck what color it is. Don't give a damn.
I don't
Well, you got
know.
anything for the GOAT?
I mean,
I'll take Aaron Rodgers my goal. Fuck that nigga. Oh, Jesus.
I'll tell you who mine is, but
I'm gonna
11
respond to
and
that. Yeah, I mean it's crazy to see. Like you were saying, it's to see a NFL without Peyton, without Big Ben, without Phillip Rivers, and now without Tom Brady. Like you start to see this new generation start to step up. The Josh, the Mahomes, the Justin Herberts. Joe Burrow. It's crazy to see. Like, oh, all right. Like because like eventually it's coming. They're gonna retire eventually, but just to see it, you're like, whoa. I don't know if he's the greatest player ever. It's hard for me to say like football and player because he didn't play defense. Same thing for defense.
Right.
You don't play offense. Quarterback, there's no question.
right.
No question. I mean, I got a jersey of his in my closet. I'll probably buy a Buccaneers one whenever Christmas comes around, just to have both. But yeah, thanks for everything you did for the game of football. It's completely changed it, and it was extraordinary to watch. And it's crazy. It'll be crazy next season to just not see Brady there.
Well, y'all call him the greatest. I've been people saying greatest athlete.
No,
Hell
that's
no.
different.
I've
And
seen it. I know
let
I'm
me
not
say
tripping.
this.
I've
no,
seen
that's an
it.
argument
He
people
made-
have.
But I don't
for
understand
sure.
how.
I will say this.
Because athletic.
Thanks for being the greatest unathletic player of all time. Because you've seen the videos
run,
can't
jump.
run, can't jump. He had an okay arm when he was younger, but obviously as old age came, it got worse and worse and worse.
We're going to
But
pause that. Just, I don't know.
his
why.
arm?
I don't know. It's beating off. I don't know.
Oh,
Let's keep
okay,
going.
I don't
whatever.
understand what
But
okay.
yes, he proved that if you can think the game, it's kind of like big men in basketball. If you have skill and different things like that, you may not be the fastest, you may not be able to shoot threes, but being able to use your body and use the knowledge that you have to excel at what you do, that's something.
That's fair. Look, I respect Tom Brady as a bitch ass nigga, but I understand what he did for the game. I just
So
don't like that nigga personally.
this is my take on him. Is I respect him. He's phenomenal, but if you can say GOAT, it's a lot comparable to Michael Jordan because he played for such a great coach.
Michael Jordan's not the GOAT.
I'm never going to tell nobody he's not. I just
Who the
can't.
fuck
I just
the
can't.
GOAT then?
LeBron. People say LeBron, and that's fair.
You say
Who is
LeBron
people?
too, don't you?
No, I'm always say Jordan's
Oh,
the
my
best.
fault.
Oh,
My
okay.
fault.
mean,
My
it's just-
fault.
it's
my
just how
fault,
I
my
see it.
fault. I thought he was going to say Kobe. I was
No, yeah, he might say Kobe.
Who are you saying? I'm sorry. I'm confused. I'm not
He's saying
I thought
LeBron.
we were all on the same page that LeBron was better
Okay,
than
my
Jordan.
fault. My
No,
fault.
no,
That's
no.
my fault.
I can't say he's better than Jordan
How can you not?
because
Just say it. LeBron is better than Jordan.
I just don't think it's true.
You watched The Last Dance, didn't you?
No, I love LeBron.
Hold on. But when we do Tom Brady, because Tom Brady's been in the league for fucking forever.
No, so
some
LeBron-
age-wise
so-
too. Would
so
you
I-
not compare him to?
No, I say it like this because he won 7 championships. LeBron or Jordan won 6.
Okay.
He probably played for the greatest coach all time. So did Tom Brady for the duration of their championship.
That's what I'm saying.
They won in a very strong magnitude way where it was like you knew who was going to be there and you knew who was probably going to win.
Dominant.
Now, no one ever said nothing about cheating when it came to Jordan. That was all Tom Brady's thing. Everybody thought he was doing this, doing that, deflate gate, like all kind of craziness.
Weirdos,
But that's just on the other side. But Tommy B won a lot of games.
Right.
With the talent that should not win a lot of games.
That's true.
And
Well,
what
Alex,
speculation was it? I don't know what coach. I feel like I heard it was Belichick that they said they felt like he was putting shit in the locker rooms. It was hearing
It was
Yeah,
him.
Belichick.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton Manning said that.
Peyton Manning did.
Said
Oh,
that
and
they
I'm
put-
trusting my nigga. Matter of fact, that's the goal. I forgot about my nigga
Yeah.
PM. Cuz
Let me-
I want to
can
say he
are you-
55th.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because I got 2 questions for you. One, I thought you were having that argument with Hodge that you were saying LeBron is the GOAT. And
Yeah.
that's why y'all always
Yeah, we
joke
always
back
have
and
that.
forth.
Yeah, but I have the debate based on just because I'm trying to defend ours.
Right.
Because he's our GOAT for our generation.
For sure.
But over all time, I just look at it like this.
No.
And I've said to people all the time, LeBron, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. My favorite player, so on and so forth, outside of Shaq.
Yeah.
But the way Jordan dominated his era, and I knocked his era a lot because he retired, came back, won again. He got bored, left, came back again, started scoring 30 a game. Like to me, his 90s wasn't what they all say it was, but I wasn't there to watch a lot of it, so I don't give my opinion on that. But all I'm saying is LeBron won a lot of games.
Right.
Obviously not as many championships, but he was there more than Jordan. So that's the only reason I give he's better than Jordan when I'm arguing with someone.
Right.
But I'm going to always say Michael Jordan's the best just because he won 6. He was the best in his league by a landslide. Nobody compared to him. Not a one person. You didn't have a person to compare to him like Kevin Durant does LeBron. Or
Steph.
Kawhi Leonard or Steph. He didn't have that. Everybody in his era, no guard is even remotely close to Michael Jordan.
So Will,
Also, though, sorry, Michael Jordan played with Scottie Pippen
I agree.
and fucking Dennis Rodman.
I'm
hate. No. I'm
Yeah.
just saying for niggas that say Michael Jordan, I'm like, hold on, look who he played with, my nigga. Like these niggas was good. Like when niggas act like Dennis Rodman wasn't getting boards like that. Scottie Pippen, when Michael Jordan went in the league, Scottie Pippen still held it down for the Bulls. So it shows
He
how
led
good
the
he
league
was.
I'ma
in
say-
assists whenever Jordan was there, and then Dennis Rodman led the league in rebounds when he was there.
That's what I'm
LeBron
saying.
has led everything and everything.
That's what I'm confused. I'm like Dwayne Wade wasn't at his fucking peak or nothing when he was
No.
playing together.
And-
Chris
and-
Bosh bum ass
he was
wasn't.
nice though. He
And that's
still
the
wasn't.
argument.
Who was what?
Dwayne Wade wasn't nice whenever they was playing.
Yeah, he was. Now LeBron saved his career. LeBron saved his career.
Yeah.
He was on the downside because he was possibly going to start getting hurt. But you got to understand in the playoffs, he averaged like 27 points a
Might
game.
cut everything off.
Like dude was balling.
Yeah, like Dwayne Wade wasn't a bum.
No, he was
Kyrie
not a bum.
Irving, I'll take Kyrie Irving over Dwayne Wade. If it's them two together, I'm taking Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie need to go
Kyrie
somewhere.
Irving with
I'm not
LeBron
taking-
against
I'm-
the Warriors.
I'm not-
You put D Wade and LeBron and them niggas against the Warriors, they getting fucked on.
No.
Kyrie was
don't
giving
listen.
buckets on
I
niggas.
promise you,
with
I
the
would say that
Warriors.
Miami Heat
Did
team
you
will give the
fucking see
Warriors a
the
rock.
nigga the stats when Kyrie and LeBron was putting?
That
Them
LeBron
niggas
was
was stupid
stupid.
Yeah,
together.
but you got to understand,
Dwayne
they
Wade
had
wasn't
Ray
doing that.
Allen. They had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron.
So you saying the ball had to go around or
So
what?
Cleveland Cavaliers had 2 people, and nobody knew the rest of the team.
And Kevin Love.
And he was and I don't mean this mental health. He was going through mental
So
health
what are you
issues.
saying? No, I'm really asking.
So I'm saying
confused.
LeBron's team was better to compete for that. You didn't have to have 2 guys just dominate the whole all the
Yeah, but you
possessions.
should. I mean, why not? If you
mean, you
can.
could.
Ray Allen
Because Golden State didn't even do
But
that.
I'm saying, nigga, you talking about Ray Allen? So like Ray Allen was just fucking at his peak as well.
He needed to just stand there and shoot because
That's
everybody's
fair,
going to
but
pass.
it's not like it was.
I mean, that's his job.
Ray Allen, nigga,
I mean,
like-
but it's same thing with Draymond.
Yeah, what's his job? Pass and screen.
He had 21 points in Game 7.
That's facts.
Don't act like
One
Draymond
game.
wasn't a factor.
Hold on,
Right?
hold on.
Wasn't a
But you
factor.
act like Chris Bosh wasn't? Chris Bosh killed Draymond.
True.
Chris Bosh killed Draymond. I mean bad.
Maybe.
Ain't,
Don't act like
come
Chris
on.
Bosh
I don't
consistent.
know about
Okay.
kill, but I definitely
Yeah, I
take.
mean,
I'll
he's gonna
take,
get a
I'll take
bucket.
Chris over
Okay,
over
but
Draymond as
Them
far as
niggas
like
wasn't
scoring.
like Chris Bosh wasn't like that nigga or nothing when they went to.
Draymond would
Okay,
get pissed off
kill
and knock
two
him upside
things.
his
Well,
head.
hang
the
on.
third
Honest.
option still averaged 20.
Did you not think them 3 niggas was gonna win more than them niggas was supposed to be them niggas?
You right.
The Warriors did better than the Heat did, and they had a better team as a whole. I would say. You had Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. On paper, you would take them to be dominant like the Warriors would be,
I would agree with
but
that.
them niggas was not as dominant. The Heat was
Yeah,
having problems with. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's the Spurs.
Yeah.
But like that's a declining Spurs.
Also, you
Hold on,
can't
hold
lose.
on, hold on.
You can't
What?
lose to the Mavericks like
That's
that.
a
either.
prime Spurs.
You can't lose to the
they
Mavericks
were
like
the
that
prime
either.
Spurs.
And the best Mavericks ever.
Tim Duncan retired what?
5 years later.
Oh my God! But the nigga, come on, bro. Well, I don't like Tim Duncan anyway.
Tony Parker was still in his prime.
fundamental.
Manu was best six
A
man
lot of
the
those
year.
games came down to the wire too, but I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just feel like they
I think
should have been
should have
competing
gone
like
3
that
and
with the
4.
Spurs.
So
That's
I
just
think
me.
they should. They probably should have three-peated.
2 things, and I'll be done. I'll let y'all have it.
Yeah.
One, yes, he played with Scottie Pippen, Steve Kerr, Dennis Rodman.
Phil Jackson.
Hey,
Big help.
Phil
James.
fucking
Listen to me.
Jackson.
Hold on one second.
forgot.
I was listening to a podcast last night of big dude that got in trouble at the Knicks for slamming the security
Charles
guard.
Oakley.
Charles Oakley. So he's talking. He said Steve Kerr might have shot 2 shots every now and again. You talking because I didn't realize Charles Oakley went to Chicago early. Didn't know that.
Right,
He
right.
played there for a while. So I was listening to the pod. He was talking mad noise about Steve Kerr.
So you
But
got
he
that.
did hit that shot. So
No,
can
he
say
did.
that.
Right.
I'm just
But you have Kyrie, Kevin. LeBron had Kyrie, Kevin Love. Kyrie hit the shot to beat the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Then you have LeBron play with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, who are all
Udonis Haslam. Come
yeah.
on, cuz.
Those 4 are Hall of
Why you
Famers.
say come on, cuz?
Because he's horrible. But
Oh,
anyway.
I thought you
I'm
were
saying,
saying like
Chris
Don-
Bosh may go in the Hall of Fame. Dwayne Wade's a Hall of Famer. Ray Allen's a Hall of Famer. So yes, Jordan played with great talent, but also LeBron has Anthony Davis. I don't know if he'll be a Hall of Famer, but whenever they were,
We're not
making
gonna touch on this year's like we're not gonna touch on Lakers.
Well,
at all.
what I'm saying is, I don't think there's like Dennis Rodman was that nigga when I'm saying when Jordan was playing with these
28
niggas,
rebounds.
these niggas was them niggas at the time.
Right.
I feel like when LeBron played with these niggas, they weren't like in their prime, just going off. Like Dwayne Wade's health was
And not
different.
to mention he's wasting
than it is
away
now.
for 6
But
or
Chris
7
Bo-
years
Chris-
in Cleveland.
Chris Bosh was essentially in his prime still. He wasn't that old yet.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying Dwayne Wade.
So,
I feel like
yeah.
Dwayne Wade health wise, he was bigger. Everything. I feel like Dwayne Wade later.
So the issue was when LeBron came, the conversation was basically like, "Come be the man. I'll be Robin."
I'll be
I'm
number
aware.
which
yeah.
was right for him in that time in his career because then LeBron could also teach him how to take care of his body. So that's the only reason he played for longer than he did because his knees was shot.
Yeah, his knees.
But he still was able to play at a high level because LeBron was there.
Right. And number 2, I will ask this question because Will was saying LeBron over Jordan. You said LeBron, I believe. Over
Hell yeah.
Okay. So are we going off of dominance or are we going off of championships? Because when we talk about GOAT,
I feel like
are
you
we
can never
talking
go
about
off championships.
Yeah, I hate it because Bill
Look.
Russell's
Yeah, it's because if that's point, Derek Fisher's better than LeBron. Let's hit the story. Derek Fisher got 5. LeBron got
Robert
4.
Ory's better than everybody ever in
You know
history.
what I'm saying?
That nigga. I go off personally, and this Tony B think I'm crazy, but I go
Stats.
off also not the stats, just out anything, scandals, anything. LeBron ain't
Yeah.
had not one fucking scandal.
That's
someone can
also
name to me.
true.
He says as a person, I agree.
No,
That's also huge.
Michael Jordan had gambling issues, all the shit he had going on with that stuff. And then leaving, coming back, like he was going through a lot of shit. Now I ain't saying the nigga ain't good, he good obviously, but I just feel like he had. And I feel like the competition back then too. Motherfuckers be, look at the competition. You look at the tape, nigga. Them niggas was not really like locking up. Like niggas
They
was
was beating the shit out of each
you got
other,
a few, but that's just beating shit each other. Ain't basketball. That's
Yeah.
just being aggressive.
Right.
That's just
No, that's true.
That's
Also,
like saying
too-
back in the football, that niggas got beat. Like no, that's not doing anything. That's not better IQ. That's just a nigga running in the paint, beat him the fuck up.
And the narrative, like on Jordan, is that he never did no wrong. Is that that's I feel like that's what kills a lot of like just how we feel about LeBron. It's because a lot of people forget. Tell me how he did against Detroit before you actually got some pieces to help you.
Right,
But
Scotty.
we say the exact same thing about LeBron. He is wasting away 6 or 7 years in Cleveland before he's like, fuck this, I'm leaving, going to Miami.
Yeah, it was 8.
And then they're like, oh my God, why would you do that? It's the exact same thing as if like LeBron gets help to come to Cleveland. Jordan got the exact same thing. Except for you're not going through musical coaches trying to figure out how to beat the Celtics. That entire team, the head coach is a Hall of Famer. Everybody Hall of Famer. LeBron by himself sent that whole team into retirement.
And he had Phil Jackson, bro. We can't like
Yeah.
you have
You see what I'm saying?
and
And
so
so,
like,
like,
the thing about Tom Brady I like,
1000%.
is he was able to win a championship without Bill
I
Belichick. So you were
agree
able to
completely.
see
That helped a lot.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan ain't did that, so we don't know if Michael Jordan could have went with some sorry ass coach and got dubs.
And the
did
thing
whatever.
about it is, and when you Michael Jordan's documentary, he says when they start running the triangles, when the success start happening.
Yeah.
Even though he fought it, but at that time and point, the coach said, "This is what works." And for the pieces we have, it's for you to shoot every shot, for him to rebound, and for him to be a great defender.
And they say that to LeBron, but they started running him to do all those.
Yeah. And so that's why I tell people like Michael Jordan was in a phenomenal situation. LeBron didn't get into the league with a great situation. LeBron's essentially coached every team himself.
Yep.
If you talk about coaches for LeBron, name one that should be a Hall of Fame coach.
Fucking one.
Nah,
Had that
shit.
European nigga for a year. Then he left.
Who is
Blatt,
that?
David
Blatt. You remember
David Blatt? Oh,
David Blatt?
Jesus.
You remember that nigga?
He made Blatt a champion.
Yep.
He made old buddy it's Miami a champion.
Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra might go. He
might.
But the thing is,
He got
if
Pat
he
Riley
never
behind
coached LeBron at the beginning, when LeBron got there, would he still be in the situation he was in?
Hell no.
Right? So then you got that. LeBron's now with Vogel,
Jesus
which he
Christ.
done got fired by everybody.
He finna
his
get
whole
fired
career.
again.
I hope, nigga. I hate that guy.
In Cleveland the first time, he had Mike Brown, who was pathetic.
Yeah, he's
and I don't even remember the other
I
guys.
don't even know.
And so that's why I'm like, that's why sometimes I always get in like, I think LeBron's better, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, because he's been put in so many situations and been successful.
right.
No matter if he only won 4, he's been 10 times. LeBron
That's
Michael Jordan
8
only
straight.
went 6. Why did Michael Jordan only go 6 if he was this great?
Detroit.
Oh, they blew the team up. Well, he retired. That was his fault.
Exactly.
Left before he was getting drugged there for a while.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden you got all these pieces. So I don't know. It's hard for me because I go back and forth with it.
So,
That's what I'm saying. I feel
but
like
I 1A, 1B it.
I feel like the Bulls were like a dynasty. You know what I'm saying?
They were.
Yeah.
With or without Jordan. I'm not saying with, but they had
Bro,
a
they won
dynasty.
50 games and still made the playoffs.
Thank you.
The
And they had
Cavaliers were
Phil
just
fucking
lottery,
Jackson.
lottery.
Every team he left,
What?
they would go lottery.
That you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're an immediate playoff team.
But the question is, when
Like,
people
what?
ask with that is that good or bad?
That's phenomenal because LeBron is that dude.
So they look at it like, are they only building the team? They're not building the program or the system. They're just trying to plan for LeBron.
LeBron James brought
Chicago-
a championship to the city of Cleveland. The only player ever to come back from a 3-1 deficit by himself in Cleveland. Yes, with Kyrie. I'm just saying, like, the city of. I don't think you understand. The city of Cleveland ain't sniffed a Super Bowl or a Finals in damn near 100 years. Jim Brown, one of the people that we talk about in this month of being Black History, out there on the field running his ass off. The city of Cleveland. That's where I'm just like, they ain't gonna nothing for you at that point.
Yeah.
Because at least, the Chicago at least got the Cubs. They got the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the city of Cleveland. He's from a shitty city. And then he was
Why gotta be
born.
shitty?
It is.
Cleveland is awful.
fuck with
First of all,
It's
if
got better since he was there.
Yeah, exactly. If ISIS was to fly over Cleveland, they'd be like,
Hey,
damn, what do we
whoa.
need to do to help them out?
What are we doing here?
That's how bad
What
Cleveland
the
is.
fuck are we doing? I thought I'd be tripping.
It's awful.
fuck?
And then on top of that, the man was born from a shittier city in Akron. Are you sick? What
So we
in the
just shit
hell?
on Ohio today.
And this is another thing
God
that I talk
damn.
to people about with
What?
this
Nigga
debate.
said ISIS.
Is Michael Jordan was loved from the jump.
Oh yeah,
They
Yes.
treated him like he was God himself.
but wasn't LeBron wasn't?
So LeBron got
From high
hate
school.
because of Michael Jordan. So
Yes.
everybody wanted to hate on him because he
Yep.
was the chosen one.
But he didn't help though.
So
He
they-
had a 23
yeah.
jersey.
They're talking about he's
and he
the
didn't
king,
That-
blah blah
he-
blah.
you-
but
that's
my
true.
thing
Help
is, if
himself.
that's your idol, you're gonna rep his number. That's
Kobe
just a
didn't-
fact of
Kobe
life.
did.
Kobe didn't do
Thank
that.
you.
That's what Kobe
Kobe
won
didn't
his
do that.
own dynasty, but Kobe mimicked who?
Michael Jordan, he better.
He might not have wore his number, but he wanted to create his own thing. But he
That's
played
true.
like one person.
But I'm saying I feel like I don't know. I look in, but that's the only argument I ever heard. The competition and it was more aggressive, and I'm like, that's
not a.
that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's
I
irrelevant.
said Kobe wore 24, so he could be one better than Kobe. So I'm saying.
Well,
mean,
don't
Jordan-
forget he
I mean,
had to
that's-
change it. Let's
that's
not
exactly what he did.
forget he had to change it for some odd reason.
No, he changed it because he wanted to one up on Jordan. That's why he changed his number and the
That was
Olympic
his
number.
high school number, and then
First
I think
off,
that's where it came.
He was a freak boy when he was number 8.
He was.
Something crazy happened. He had to go ahead and change his identity a little bit to fix some things.
That's not what happened.
That's what I believe.
No, because he wanted to one up
Shaq said
Jordan.
stuff get kind of wild with Kobe when he was number 8.
Well, really, he went number 24 with 2 championships.
He won 24 in high school, then changed it back after some time. I think it was to get one up on Jordan.
And what was Jordan's Olympic number? 9. What was Kobe's? 10.
Wow.
He won to one up Jordan.
Okay.
He didn't
Yeah.
one up him in championships. I don't know.
He
what
was
happened.
close.
He was
That's
close.
true. That's true.
Andrew Bynum had to mess it up. Oh,
Shout out my nigga Andrew Bynum. Where Lamar Odom at? Cuz speaking of that,
he trying to
the
get
Kardashians
close.
family is a fucking cancer to the world.
Yo, y'all see that about Kanye recently?
Yes, bro. I'm
You
sorry.
see that? He had the song all the way back in the
I
day.
thought we would get past this.
And he-
No, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I told Allison, she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Nigga, you a Kardashian. That's why you thinking they trying to ruin me." I tell her, nigga, because she's like, Kanye's just crazy. I'm like, well, hold on. How many of these bitches done been with these niggas and these niggas' lives go straight to shit? I said, Lamar Odom ended up in the damn whorehouse, drugged up on coke finna die.
Bro, it's- I
well,
don't-
what do you? I said,
That's facts.
I'm like, nigga,
And he's
James,
still trying to get her back.
James Harden, fuck, and that's what she said. He's still trying to get her back. I'm like, nigga, duh. I mean, I would too. They family rich, and the box probably bombing. But I'm just saying,
lot
like,
of surgery.
Lamar Odom, James Harden. That when James Harden's fucking with Chloe, nigga seasoned with the shit.
Yep.
I'm like, we got to start thinking about this now. But hey, you know what?
Kim K. Does anybody know what happened to her ex-husband?
I don't.
Oh, buddy that played for the Nets.
Chris Humphries.
I don't know.
Thank
he just
you.
all of a sudden got cut, done.
I'm confused.
So I'm
Retired.
just saying, bro. That family's a fucking
We saw
some
what
shit
happened to
going on.
Travis Scott.
Thank you. They just had another baby too, Bill. By the way, but anyways, yeah, I'm just saying, man, that family starting to look.
Oh, but hold on. But Courtney husband be tripping too, or whatever he is.
That's
the
what the
Barker?
fuck I'm saying.
Bro, we should have seen it coming.
Everybody be
What's his
tripping.
name?
Rob
Barker.
Yeah, who?
Is he the drummer, right? Something Barker.
No, he's talking about Scott Disick. He's talking about the ex-husband.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the ex. I thought you were
Yes,
talking about the
Scott
drummer.
Disick. Scott
And-
Disick used to be bugging.
and he's
but that's what I'm
spazzing,
saying,
yeah.
bro. If you think about that family, something going on.
See,
nigga.
bro, but
That's
where
what
did
I'm
it
saying.
originate from?
The mom.
What?
Oh, the dad.
The dad. Who he defend?
It is the mom.
OJ.
Exactly. So we should. That's a sign of
That's
things to
the,
come.
that was the.
Well,
we're
you know
not,
what
we're
it
not
is?
talking about the one that transitioned though. You talking about Rob?
Yeah,
We're talking about Rob.
I mean, they
I'm talking
both
about, Rob.
started. They both moms were started
He
it.
said both moms.
So we doing ISIS, we doing transgender. Where else y'all want to go?
No, I'm
we
saying,
go
like,
anywhere else.
you should have known the Kardashian family was gonna be mad because Rob Kardashian defended OJ as bad as he did.
First
No
off,
facts. And
hey,
Chloe is-
hey, look,
is
I know
OJ's
this probably
daughter.
ain't the right thing to say,
In Black History Month.
but Rob did a great job.
Rob didn't do
by
nothing.
faking whatever happened would happen because he killed that lady.
Oh yeah, he absolutely.
There ain't no way. There ain't no way around
Yeah.
it.
No, he
They
did kill
made a
that lady.
documentary to
Yeah.
where it proved he killed the lady.
So who
he
worse,
absolutely
OJ Simpson or Aaron Hernandez?
Aaron Hernandez.
No, I say OJ. Who writes
OJ slaughtered them motherfuckers.
like Cat Williams said? Who writes a book that says, "What if I would have did it"?
How you hypothetically center yourself?
Right.
OJ Simpson slaughtered them motherfuckers.
Man, Aaron
The
Rodgers was
wife
killing
and
in quantity.
You mean Aaron? I don't think it was Rodgers. You mean Hernandez?
Hernandez
Hernandez had CTE, which was like it's like fixable, but that is what it is.
Yo,
OJ had the original. If I can't have you, nobody can have you.
in college. Hey,
That's awful.
Aaron Hernandez was going dummy.
Yeah, he was going stupid.
He run around the club with
He also,
burners. What's going on?
he also had a lot of family issues.
He
Your
thought he
dad
was a
dies,
thug.
you know, it is what it is, and then you just go about your life, and then, you know, you start killing people.
Or somebody's pitching and catching with him, so I don't know.
Hey, you know.
That's just,
I'll say this, Mom. Stop calling me while I'm recording. You calling me right now. Also, I want to thank Mr. G and Mr. Rennie. See y'all commenting on the episodes and stuff like that. I think you had a little.
Yeah, what's his name?
my boy Najee.
Shout out, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Saw him at the bank. Shout
Hell
out,
yeah.
man.
Oh, NJ. My bad.
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
So NJ is one of our fans.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
texted
thanks
me. He's
for
like,
listening, man.
Bro, I just seen Will at the bank, and I'm like, oh, you say what's up? He was like, yeah. So I text Will. I was like, you seen one of your fans today, huh? He was like, yeah. He said, I thought he knew you. So blah blah. I'm like, yeah.
I was like, man, you must have told
He
him.
texts me all the time, like, yo, Will's hilarious. I love watching y'all's pod. Like, he'll be in his bedroom on Monday nights just watching.
Yeah, Udo. Shout out to Udo. Everybody who subscribed, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Feel free to
absolutely.
leave a comment. Let us know. Also, I'd like to do a thing for, obviously, because we're still growing. I think we're at 81 subscribers, you know. Hopefully to bring a fan on, you know, or somebody that enjoys sports as much as we do. And, you know, just kind of interact and give back, because you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to watch our bullshit every week. But, you know, we enjoy doing this just because we love sports. We love each other. And, you know, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all because, you know, as much as we do this for ourselves, we do it for y'all too, just for the simple fact that y'all enjoy what we do. So
For sure.
you can't help but appreciate the people that appreciate you. So thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Anything else, you guys?
Fuck Russell Westbrook.
I was
He
about
need
to
to
say,
retire.
do we have 6 minutes to cover
No,
that?
look, I'm going in, cuz.
Go. Go.
This nigga sucks so bad.
Go.
That nigga had the ball the other day at the 2-point line. Them niggas are boo. I've been in that bitch throwing popcorn at that nigga. I'd have been, you suck, bitch. Get off the court. Then that nigga don't be playing in overtime. I'm
my
like, let's
God.
wrap it up for that nigga, bro.
Bro, I didn't realize.
Wrap it up.
RJ Barrett pinning his shot off the glass, and I was like, "Oh God, oh okay." And then he threw himself off the backboard. Listen, I'm not. I've been a fairly. I'm not a fan of his, but I'll support him because he's with the Lakers.
I agree.
Bro, I'm confused as to
That's LeBron's fault.
what is happening.
It's LeBron's fault.
Nigga, it's Russell
Okay, hold
Westbrook's
on,
fault
hold
for
on,
dribbling
hold
the
on.
ball.
Let Will
that
finish,
nigga need,
and I'm gonna get on this.
nigga said LeBron's fault.
bro.
This is Russell Westbrook's fault for picking up a basketball.
So the trade deadline is what in 2 days?
Yeah.
With on Thursday.
Hold on. Let me read you something first before this has to do what you're saying. LeBron says, we're all in the foxhole together. LeBron James insists no one player is responsible for Lakers scuffling along below 500 as the trade line declines. Nigga, you're not getting traded. We talking about we all in the foxhole together. Nigga, there's only a few people probably getting traded because they're mainly the reason.
So the only place that
that's what I'm saying,
Russell was
like-
able to trade to is Houston for John Wall.
Yeah.
That's the only option.
I do it tonight.
Because it's a contract. Because the contract. Nobody.
That's not happening. Y'all used to want that nigga back.
Right. That's what I'm
The
saying.
only reason they want that nigga back is the strip clubs might be jumping a little bit more. But they don't want that nigga back. I wouldn't, bro. Oklahoma, nobody would take that nigga right now.
I said Ben Simmons. If he ain't gonna play for y'all, at least y'all can get somebody that's gonna play. But go ahead, Will.
What's the difference? It's gonna be two niggas can't shoot, two niggas that ain't got no
But
confidence.
hey, I believe Ben Simmons can. He just don't. I truly believe that because in college he could shoot.
He
That's fair.
couldn't shoot against Buddy Hill when he went in there and whooped his ass.
Hey, nigga, in Oklahoma City, Russ Westbrook could shoot that thing too in the mid range. Now it's fucking.
That's very ironic because usually over history, people get better at shooting and just lose like athleticism and all that.
Yeah, he's
Still
still
declining on all of
That
that.
nigga losing his mind, athleticism, creativity, ability to talk.
Yo, there
walk,
was a
breathe.
possession I seen a clip in the fourth quarter. They swung him the ball. He was open. Everybody in the stadium started yelling no.
Yes.
So I'm talking about,
Bro,
they
he
was
shot
booing
2
that
back-to-back
nigga.
threes. And he was at the top of the key, shot it, got the rebound, went to the side to the wing, shot it again. But you're wide open for a reason. And then the 2 in the corner against the Knicks on Saturday night, they passed the ball all of Staples, well, cryptocurrency, whatever. Just
Crypto.com.
no, stop, boo! And then he just shot it and brick.
Russ, I DM'd you and said, we'd like to have you on when they retire your jersey in Oklahoma, and I know for sure you're
Why
not
would we
fucking
retire
coming
his jersey?
now.
No,
I promise
hold
you.
on. Oklahoma got to retire his
That
jersey.
nigga's blocking me by the end of the year. I promise you.
He blocked you already?
He's blocked me on my old account. I promise. I'm dead serious.
I got a burner.
That nigga's gonna block me. I'm not joking.
I know you're not
First
coming,
off,
but thank you.
There's no player
Let me say it.
in the history of the game
Let me finish.
that's played with LeBron James.
Let me finish.
That's ever played worse.
Let me finish.
That
That
shouldn't have
nigga
been worse.
sucks.
LeBron
so bad.
said, and ESPN quoted it on Instagram. I called Russ, talked to Russ, and I told him to do what he does and stop second guessing himself. So that's LeBron.
Exactly.
If you're gonna tell that man to keep doing the same fucked up shit he's been doing,
No,
and
he
it's
didn't say keep doing the dumb shit.
Okay,
Just
so-
do what you do.
Okay.
That means shoot layups.
No.
Shoot free throws, and that's it.
You know what?
If you tell Russ to stop second guessing himself, his first instinct is going to shoot anything that he feels.
Because
is open.
people trust his ability that he used to have, to where the nigga got on the court and was efficient.
But my issue is
That's
when's
what
the
LeBron's
last time
talking
he's
about.
done that?
No, I know, but I'm saying that's what
his
everyone's
last
talking
season
about.
in OKC.
That nigga Shaq. There's a video of that nigga Shaq telling that nigga calm, slow down, and it's like Russ don't understand what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I knew it was bad when him and James Harden are friends. I'm assuming. I see his own friends on defense. That nigga get the ball, they turn around, and look at the goal. That's fucked up. If I'm your friend and I know you suck, I'm gonna at least act like I'm about to come.
Bro,
block
that's how the
shot.
Lakers guarded him
I'm
in
gonna
the
give you
bubble.
that respect. That nigga shoot that bitch, they turn around, look at that motherfucker. Cause they know it ain't going
I don't
in.
understand.
That's bad, nigga. Like if a nigga suck, I'm gonna respect him enough to say, all right, I'm gonna at least act like I'm gonna guard him. That nigga get the ball, everybody just turn around.
What's going on with the point guard situation in the NBA? Let's go from the West Coast to the East Coast.
What do you mean?
Yeah, tell me.
What, they
number
really,
11?
you ain't got no good
And
point
Brooklyn.
guards? Is that what you're trying to
Who,
say?
Kyrie?
He been lost his mind.
What what do you do as a coach there?
They
he
said they
plays
have
for the-
32 games left. He only can play 10 of them.
Hey.
They've lost 8 straight.
They said something was wrong with him when you leave LeBron and you won a championship. Then you go to Brad Stevens, who was a great coach for Boston, and then you leave that situation.
Yeah.
Hold on,
You make
Kyrie's
Brad
been-
Stevens retire.
Right,
Hold on,
right.
Kyrie's been fine though, playing wise. This nigga not
Yeah,
bad.
but he only played 10 games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is vaccine shit. Vaccine when shit going on, we be fine.
That's fair.
I think we be having a different discussion.
No,
on it.
last year he stopped playing too. He said they had to sage the floor. And sage the floor.
Fuck.
What do you
Okay, but all that shit was okay.
That's a
I don't know.
fact.
No, but I told y'all, Kyrie always been like this underneath because
He's
him and
been off
LeBron
the
were on a
wall.
podcast together, and that nigga started talking about intellectual shit. He be reading it. I was like, oh shit.
But my issue is
So I
when
don't know.
LeBron was there, they could hide all that with him.
Yes.
Right.
No, no.
LeBron could just be him. He could sit to the side, get to it. Then he all of a sudden, I think I can do it on my own.
No, you can't. Yeah, it's hard.
Before LeBron got there, y'all was what we call shit.
Yes.
Big shit.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Sorry, but him and Deion Waiters would have fucked on niggas. Y'all better quit
First off,
disrespecting my nigga.
Deion Wait. Come on, cuz.
Hey, Deion Waiters was my nigga back then.
yeah,
dog.
yeah, I know you
that
like
was my
Deion
nigga
Waiters.
back then.
But then they draft Anthony Bennett as the first overall pick.
That's the biggest
He might be
bust.
the
That
worst
might be
in
the
history.
biggest bust ever.
God damn. And this nigga talk about
And
Josh
first
Giddey.
off-
Josh,
Josh Giddey went first round.
he
pick?
will wipe the floor. I'm just saying though, he would wipe the floor with a
Anthony
nigga. name.
Bennett might have been good if he was in OKC, shooting every shot. He might have been good. But I'm just saying. Anyway, for example, when
Shooting
LeBron-
every shot. You got Dort and you got SGA on the team, but somehow
Did he say-
Giddey's shooting every
did
shot.
he just say Dort?
Tell me Dort ain't been balling
First
recently.
off, if he's balling, that means your team's not good.
Because SGA's hurt.
So the second option should be who then?
Dort.
Realistically,
That's
Dort.
Giddy, obviously.
Do you
No.
like no? Do you like Dort?
No,
You don't even like Dort?
No.
As a that's crazy.
I don't like
Like
Dort.
I get the giddy thing just whatever, but Dort, I feel like Dort's a respectable
Nah, why-
player.
bro.
Like the way that they call that nigga,
Bro.
They call that nigga straight jacket. You understand what
legit-
type of shit you?
if he leave OKC, he's coming off the bench somewhere
They call that nigga straight jacket.
in Oklahoma City.
It don't matter. They play everybody. That nigga locking down niggas.
Who they
But
lost
they
every
thought that
game.
about Thabo Cephalosha and Andre Roberson.
That's facts.
Did them niggas have a name called straight jacket? Do you understand what that is, nigga? That's a nigga in the room with it. Come on, bro. Who did he just play the other day? I'm not tripping. He was nigga playing defense on somebody. I said, God damn.
Did they win?
Yes, they actually did win.
Who'd they beat?
I'm trying to
Gotta be
figure what the fuck it was. I can't remember what the game it was.
Pistons, I'm sure.
No, it was not the fucking Pistons. Well, who did they just play?
The Rockets.
Was it the Dallas?
Dallas.
The Mavericks.
He was locking down Luka ass. I said, oh shit, frustrating Luka. I'm like, nigga, that's respectable. He's
He might
doing
be a
that.
great defender. Cool.
I'm not saying nigga the greatest basketball player on time.
I'm just saying.
nigga good.
He's my thing is you talking about second. You talking about first option on offense when you talk about the first option. If Dort's your first option, you're.
I mean, his right now, obviously.
That's what I'm
Come on,
saying.
bro. Look at the Thunder roster. Like, we're not saying they're good.
You said
but
Giddy's the GOAT.
he gonna be the goat.
Oh Jesus.
That nigga, everybody see it, nigga. But you tripping.
Nah, I just do.
He's been the leading scorer of the last four out of the last 5 games.
Who?
Dort. And they're 3-1.
How many points did he have in those games?
27, 18, 30, and 23.
And then Trey Mann had like 30 the other
Yes.
night. I'm like, these niggas is actually pretty decent.
Giddy
It's
had
fucking-
24 on Saturday.
It's good basketball though. I'm just saying, them niggas might not be good.
Hell yeah, I
it's
agree
like when the
completely.
Lakers old core, when it was like Jordan Clarkson and all them other niggas.
That was Kuzma.
And Julius Randle and all them niggas. Okay, my fault, but it's like them niggas. When they sucked, but it was fun to watch.
I
They were
say,
solid.
you put me and
That's what
Tony
I'm
in the NBA with a bunch of junior high kids, I might have 25, and Tony gonna have about 35, 40.
I don't understand the
I don't
reference.
know.
The Thunder not playing with junior high kids.
Yeah, they're not at all.
I'm saying
Trey
those
Mann
guys
is
ain't
bad.
good, so somebody got to shoot.
What is it?
Trey Mann is good. I'm confused.
We're from Oklahoma City. We don't enjoy shitting on Oklahoma City, but when it's the truth,
Well, obviously you do, nigga, because if you're comparing y'all niggas playing
didn't
junior high
compare
basketball,
myself.
no, but
He
I'm
didn't
saying
say that. I did.
makes no sense. They play against NBA players.
yes, they play against NBA.
They play
players.
against other niggas who are good, like a Luka Doncic. So if Luke Dort can lock up Luka Doncic, you telling me I don't understand the reference.
I'm talking about as far as scoring. When he said
offense.
he said something about scoring, like he led the team for.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's two sides of basketball. So if he's scoring that and also doing good on defense, that means he's a solid player. Luka Doncic ain't no scrub.
No, not by any means.
No, God, no.
Can y'all name me somebody else to lock him down besides Kawhi Leonard? Or Paul George? Those are elite defenders. I'm saying Lou Dort locking that. I mean, y'all can show the film.
Klay
That
Thompson.
nigga's frustrating that nigga. He's locking
They
that nigga
say
down.
Lou Dort's good on defense.
Calling that nigga straight jacket, that's saying something. Straight jacket.
I mean,
I'm just saying. You got
that's a nice
you give
nickname.
you
wait.
give,
Does
you give
does
niggas
Oklahoma
nicknames.
commentators call them that, or the ESPN?
I don't watch
It's
no
probably
Valley
Oklahoma.
Sports, but I'm saying I've always heard him call straight jacket even on social media. Everybody talk about his defense is good.
Oh.
But even offense, he's doing all right.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's all
I
I'm
ain't- I
saying.
ain't
He's the
mad at
number
But
one.
niggas are saying they don't shit Oklahoma City. Y'all shitting Oklahoma City. I'm saying
I didn't
they
say
have-
nothing. I just said if Lou Dort's your number one, that obviously that you're not made for success.
No, obviously, nigga. Obviously, the Thunder are not made for success right now.
Yeah, they don't have a
But what I'm trying to
number
say is, as you look at them right now, they look like they have potential.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Just
I
like
agree.
that Lakers team when they had
I
Jordan
don't see where
Clarkson,
y'all see
Julius.
that at.
Okay, no, Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle all the time. Nobody was thinking these niggas gonna be. Jordan Clarkson went to
Clarkson's sixth man
Utah,
of the year.
did solid. Julius Randle right now doing so. I mean, he's doing all right last season. I don't know about this season.
He had
That's what I'm
32
trying to
against the
say.
Lakers.
Y'all can say these players are where they are right now. They may they're on the Thunder, of course. I'm saying as they may go out, I feel like they're still gonna carry on and be good.
I agree.
But you gotta understand,
I agree with
Like
that.
you keep trying to say
Julius
what they're on
Randle,
the Thunder.
Julius Randle came from Kentucky or Duke.
Kentucky.
One of the best players in college.
Okay, Luka
So-
Doncic came from some random ass place overseas.
The
What's
other one was
blues?
Lonzo Ball,
Who was ass.
who was the number 2 draft pick.
He was pathetic.
Then you had Brandon.
He was pathetic. We should draft
your
Jason
boy,
Tatum.
Brandon Ingram, who was he first for top 5.
Top 5 might have been 4 or
So
something.
we naming guys that came into the league that you just kind of knew were going to be
Okay.
good.
There's
And then
been
how many
plenty
other
of-
players? Draymond Green. I can keep naming other players that got
He
drafted
came from
late.
Michigan State, dude. What do you mean? We knew he
Yeah,
was.
but his draft class was just because he went from a D1 school don't mean shit. He got drafted. He can name 30 people before him that was drafted,
but they were
and
all,
the nigga ended up becoming an all-star and becoming a solid player.
I understand what you're saying, but you're naming 5 guys nobody knows. Lou Dort, who
Right.
is good in Oklahoma City, yes, but I just saying I can't see his game transitioning to another team.
Yeah, but you're saying okay, that's the thing. If the Thunder have nothing going on, damn near no game plan, because who the fuck is, I mean, SGA, but he's hurt, but I'm just saying, Thunder, so these players are basically just playing free willingly.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You're seeing their true talent in core right here, because they're not doing, I mean, they're just,
when they go
they
into
have
a system,
nothing
are
to
they
lose.
You
gonna
got to
do
set
that?
a system and you put them around other good players.
That makes them even better, is
Who
what I'm
makes
trying to say.
who makes him the fifth option? Who might make him the sixth man just because he doesn't fit? He not gonna shoot every shot. He not gonna be the best defender on every team. He's only that because he's in Oklahoma City.
Like we've seen Thabo Cephalosio when Thabo left OKC. Thabo didn't really
Andre
get better.
Roberson basically retired in the middle of the season. They had
Alex DeBrincat retired.
you know what I mean, it's just
Yeah, but they also like weren't super phenomenal as much as like these guys are.
like Alex
Alex
Sabrinas?
Sabrinas wasn't
Are we
dropping
fucking
34 out of
joking right
5
now?
games.
Alex
Sabrinas
Sabrinas had the other better guys around him. He was never the number one option.
Even if he was,
Okay.
nigga, you gonna tell me Alex Sabrinas
SGA is
gonna
the
do
best
something?
option that they have. We're talking about because right now he is hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
So of course, if SGA is on the floor, there's no question about it
Yeah,
that SGA is
there's
the
no
best player
problem.
on the court. If SGA goes anywhere else, his game's going to translate. There's no question about that.
Yeah, so what's
'Cause he
next?
played
There's a bunch of
somewhere
role
before.
Are
players
you
all
gonna say
playing right
SGA
now.
wasn't good? Are you gonna say he's not
no,
good?
SGA was good in LA before he came. He was good.
Okay, so
He
now
only
that he's
played,
hurt,
what,
you're playing
1
with a
year
bunch
in
of role players that they're just doing what they're supposed to do as of right now. Lou Dort is a phenomenal defender. He can also score. Now, will he score like that in another place? No. Why? Because there's other guys on that team that can score.
What I'm
That's
saying
not what
is
the Thunder don't. They don't ask. You
just said it right.
Oklahoma
They're
City doesn't
all
ask
role
him to score
players.
like that.
Every single person on the Thunder roster is a role guy except SGA.
Well, I'm saying this. It's hard.
And
to
except maybe Dort.
Hold on,
essentially
but this
any
is-
team they go to, right?
This is what you're saying,
Except maybe
like-
Dort.
Because
Like
Lou Dort's going
defensively.
to end up being like Marcus Smart.
Okay.
Comparable, correct?
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like it could transition depending on the situation, but I'm just not like Lou Dort's phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm saying that don't make sense. You're just saying, well, they might move to every player. You can move any. You can't move any player to a new system and they're just going to fit in perfect. It's
LeBron
always going to
James.
be different. Okay, nigga, Lou Dort and LeBron James.
you said no any player. I just
Okay,
had to
but
name
you know what I mean. I'm not meaning literally, but I'm saying most
CP3?
players when they get moved to a new system, you're talking about two of the greatest minds of
CP3 would
basketball.
flourish with his damn team.
He did last year with Oklahoma City, or a couple years ago. With
I agree.
Oklahoma City.
Guess who it was? Lou Dort.
Yeah, he was a
Thank
rookie.
you.
Yes.
But but that's what I'm saying. You talking about, well, they move to a new system and they be this option. You're giving hypotheticals. Of course, that's going to change things. Kyle Kuzma didn't look that great in L.A. He's looking great in Wizards.
Right.
Does that say anything as a player? No, he got new to the different position option. I already said he was good, but but I'm saying he got a different system, whatever. So yes, of course they could move to a different system, whether the fifth option, you're not going to see them do as much. Okay. But I'm saying as they have nothing to lose right now, they fucking suck. They could go out there and not do shit is what I'm trying to say. They really could. They're supposed to be tanking
What I'm saying
bad.
is their numbers are what they are because of the situation
That's
they're
all
presented
I'm
with.
saying.
That's all it is.
And I'm saying if they get moved to a different team, they may not be them numbers, but like you said, maybe Marcus Smart, maybe a PJ Tucker. Those are solid guys.
That's possible. Yeah,
We're not calling
possibilities.
them niggas phenomenal. I may say Giddey the best player, whatever, trolling.
Right.
But I'm
I
trying to
ain't-
say is
I
you
ain't
move
saying
to
nothing about Giddey
No, I'm
today.
saying, but Giddey, Dort, these niggas, SGA, all these players. I'm saying they
Absolutely.
could get pushed out somewhere else. And I feel like they can be like a Jeremy Grant. Or they could be people that are going to be notable names in the league. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We bring them up and we give them compliments, and you take it as we're saying like these niggas the best ever. No, obviously not. They're on the Thunder. They're not a good team.
No,
obviously,
y'all are Thunder fans who enjoy watching them play, and they have good numbers. That's a real thing.
I'm not necessarily a Thunder. You know, I'm not no Thunder.
I'm not a Thunder fan.
I just like to support when I watched, they were playing the Dallas Mavericks. That's why I'm not really a
That was a
Thunder
great game.
fan. I'm watching when they play the Warriors, the Lakers. That's the only time I'm really fucking watching. If I'm being honest. So that's what I'm saying. So if I see them playing really good teams and they're still playing well, I'm like, gotta respect that.
I agree.
They can
That's
just
fair.
lay down and get fucked on.
That's fair.
If Lou Dort locking down Luka Doncic, what we gonna say? Well, he got moved to a new system. No matter what system you put him in, that's Luka Doncic.
No, Lou Dort's known to be a good defender, but you say he scored 30. He's not known to be an offensive guy. That's where I'm at with it. You see what I'm saying? That's all. That's
fair. But
I'll give him his respects on D any day of the week.
Pause.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
Pause. On defense. Sorry. On defense.
was gonna catch
I'm just saying, I feel like y'all choosing to shit on Oklahoma City right now, which
I
is
don't
fair.
see why you say Oklahoma City. It's only two guys. I don't say nothing about nobody else. I love SGA. If he was going to come to Oklahoma City or to Los Angeles right now, we would ship Russ.
So you agree
on a
SGA
train.
would be good anywhere?
Yeah. SGA was low key all-star candidate-ish this year.
That's why they wanted him out of that Paul George
How
trade.
long was he with the Clippers? Not that long. Am I
2
tripping?
years.
2 years, I think.
So we going off of that.
And they got rid of CP3 trusting that SGA could carry that load. So that goes to show they had some trust in SGA, and he played throughout the year like, I'm a legitimate bucket. Now anybody prove me wrong, and they couldn't.
Look, I just said like this. I like what's his name, Reeves for the Lakers.
Austin Reeves.
You put Giddey on there, same thing.
I don't agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
That's
it's the same
fair.
thing.
That's fair.
That's just me. I feel like, I mean, he's good, Reeves. You put him anywhere else, what would you say then? Oh, I'm saying let's use that
Like,
then.
okay,
let's
for
use that then.
example.
Because
Okay.
you're saying if Giddey good now because it's okay. So
I
Reeves.
think if Reeves was in Oklahoma City, you want like seriously,
being serious. If
he'd
Reeves-
probably average 20 plus easily, 25 maybe because he can just score.
What?
That's what he does, and that's just how I
right,
feel.
bro.
What?
Okay. But that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Like the hypothetical shit, I'm like that's why I feel like you just shitting on Oklahoma City. Just
I
shit on
will
them.
say
No,
Austin Reeves.
I'm dead serious. Like
Like-
Reeves had a great college career. He was known as a scorer. That's what he does. He was a good point guard too.
Okay.
So you go somewhere where you can do all that freely.
Yes.
No passing, no nothing.
Yes.
I'm gonna get to it. The game plan's around me. He gonna get his money.
And if you look at Josh Giddey's, I know it's not college, but if you look at his European records and everything, he was breaking records, doing stuff. That, like he was a great player overseas as well.
no
just like
disres-
Luka Doncic was.
And no
That's
disrespect,
what I'm saying.
I cannot disrespect the overseas, and I never will. But a Division I college, in my opinion, is a lot harder than a lot of overseas leagues.
I disagree with that only
That's fair.
because Luka Doncic came here and said this shit easy to me.
Yeah, that's
And
his
he's playing
opinion.
against LeBron James and all these great players in the
very few
playoffs
of
and
those.
shit.
And the thing
There's
about
few of
him
those,
is,
but for him to say that,
but
is
he's saying
crazy.
that and ain't done nothing yet.
Who, Luka?
Yeah, he ain't won nothing. He ain't had no reasonable win games. Like he's talking all that noise because he scores a lot. Cool, but you got to win.
He's won. I mean, he did playoffs in the bubble. He did a great job. I mean, he's what we're going to expect him to take the whole team to the championship. That's
No,
a
I was
reach.
just saying he
But I'm
talking
just
that's
saying.
like the league's cakewalk. And then this year he had a low key struggle season for a
I
lot
think
of games.
he's meaning in play. I think he's meaning as
He
these
said he
niggas
could
ain't
score
really
easier,
locking.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, scoring. I know what you're saying. Scoring is only one part of the game, but I'm just saying
Because we know he ain't
we
guarding
can't
soul.
act like overseas players haven't came over here and been like,
No, Europeans get busy.
they come over there like this shit kind of easier, and I'm like, what? But
They're few and far in between. Like when we talk about foreign players that I know in recent memory, obviously you have Giannis, you have Jokic, you have Dirk, you have Luka.
and Giannis is a great example. Nigga dominated.
Yeah.
Not- he didn't go to D1.
immediately though.
I understand.
Yeah, it
That's what
took
I'm
him,
saying.
like,
He didn't go to
And he ain't
won-
never said nothing like that.
Yeah, but he didn't go.
I'm
He
just
ain't
saying.
got to though.
That's fair.
The nigga go down the paint scoring everybody
Yeah, anybody stop
45.
that.
No,
like
he-
you're not stopping.
But you
that.
got to realize he came in when he came in as a rookie.
No, I
looked
see what he
DJ.
looked like. Yeah.
Nah, he looked like his dad.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying though, there was because you keep saying, well, look at their D1, there's expectations, but I mean, look at these European players now. There's not really high expectations on them, and then they come in and do something great.
There's
Yeah.
few.
I
All
feel
I'm
like-
saying,
but
it's like
I'm-
what Tony's saying. When it comes to colleges and as much talent as we got out of the U.S. colleges, there's been more successful players, in my opinion, or players that have produced at a certain level in the NBA. Now, I get we don't have a bunch of European players, but I think if they were as dominant as a lot of the U.S. players or whatever, again, not like Tony said, not dissing European players, but you have the LeBrons, you have the Kobes, you have the Mikes, you have, all these dudes from here. It's a little different,
No,
the
I understand what
competition
you're saying.
level. That's all I'm saying.
But like I said, Giddey. The only reason I would get it is because I've watched when I do watch.
Yeah.
Great passes, great IQ, everything I'm seeing. Next to records, and they don't mean, but he's beating records that other people obviously didn't beat, except like a Lonzo Ball or like a fucking LaMelo,
Right.
which is respectable to me. So for you to be like, well, if he goes to another team, it ain't gonna beat him. Well, I'm like, well, I mean, I understand the situation, but we can't give hypotheticals and keep what situation is right now. What we're going off right now, he looks like a solid player. It looks like he could go anywhere and beat
I'll-
Austin Reeves.
And I can go
with
ahead and admit
LeBron.
this. I'd asked the group message. I don't know. Yeah, you was in there. I'd asked how y'all feel about Josh Giddey, right?
I wasn't in agreement, but go ahead.
So I sent in the vets. But so everybody responded and they were like, Giddey solid, Giddey nice, Giddey this. And I'm like, okay, now let me watch film to see what everybody's feeling. And Giddey is a very solid rookie and that plays the game the right way. He not just he doesn't look like he doesn't ever play before. He doesn't look like a rookie. He plays a very European solid game.
Exactly. That's
And
the,
so that's where I was like, I can admit my wrongs where I say he sucks, but that's just I just don't enjoy watching him play.
yeah, but that's why I say I know you say you watch film, but I feel like there's no way as a basketball mind you are to watch a full game of him and not enjoy it. Just speak on a basketball IQ level. It'd be different. Nigga was like a LaMelo Ball just out there shooting fucking damn near half court threes and just being shown off. The niggas making genuine great IQ plays. It looks make the game of basketball look beautiful. That's how I look. I'm like, damn, that's respectable.
But if you told me I could watch LaMelo, or him.
Of course.
I'm gonna watch LaMelo.
Of course. More flashy
Or,
shit like that.
and then even at the rookies that are in right now, the one that plays for the Rockets, my buddy that
Green.
plays in Minnesota,
Who plays for Minnesota?
the dude that the high flyer.
Wasn't that Anthony Edwards?
Oh, he came in with LaMelo.
Yeah, but Giddy's won what rookie of the month for.
A couple months, yeah.
I mean, it's been.
Which I don't even.
It's like he's just.
I can't recall another rookie who has won it.
Yeah.
Besides Josh Giddey.
But that's why I think maybe he's not getting respected because he ain't fucking dunking on niggas and he ain't doing all
and his
that.
team don't win. You know, it's
That's
just
not something I understand on that. But
So
I
I can admit my wrongs on that. I can't say he sucks because that's just not true.
it's hard for me as we sitting here as 4 Oklahoma niggas and there's Oklahoma people watching this and we just shitting on Oklahoma City basketball. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we can shoot on Oklahoma
Thunder
basketball.
basketball, at least. Thunder basketball.
I'll do it.
All right, we
I'll be the first one.
We going on how long?
2 hours.
about 2 hours. Shout out my nigga Caleb Williams. But yeah, we can wrap it up.
Can we also give it a break with that shit also too?
What do you mean a
How
break?
petty are fucking OU fan? Let it go. Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
He
mean,
left. They're gone.
that
Clearly,
is
none
kinda
of y'all have
insane.
ever been in a fucking divorce before or a breakup.
The Bedlam game was pretty cool. When they
That listen, that was extraordinary.
That was hilarious.
That was
William,
fucked
no,
up.
you
That was
can't lie. That's
extraordinary.
kind of insane.
What
That
happened?
was extraordinary.
But you agreed if they paid us like this, we get up out of here too.
It's not, first of all, this is what happens.
Right.
People leave. This NIL. This I told. What if I said when I first came in here? I said this is a sign of things to come. This is exactly how it's going to go. Also, too, Bob Stoops told all of y'all, not one player, not one coach is the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Brett Biddle said, if you want to go to the portal, there go buy. I don't care. I'm only going to be here with people that want to be at the University of Oklahoma.
But the issue is, for Oklahoma fans, it's just not the Oklahoma way.
Will,
It's just so dumb.
The thing is, they haven't experienced all this.
No,
This their
it's
first time.
outrageous.
So you got to give them some time.
The most classless shit I've ever seen in my life. If Lincoln wants to go, bitch, buy.
You
There's
got
the door.
to
Hold on,
give
no.
them people some time.
They did it with KD.
Caleb-
and now this is the second coming.
No, that's way.
That's
way.
KD left on
way
some sucker
fucking-
stuff, bro. That's
Then the nigga
that's
made
bad.
a burner account
Yeah.
blaming everybody. That's
Yeah.
some sucky
No, he
shit.
said the way he did it was
Yeah.
kind of
It's
sucky.
Okay, I get that, but before all the hate came, it was I'm leaving, blah blah blah. Then Oklahoma shit on him, and then he shit on everybody back.
That's fair.
Because
But-
it
but-
was, why would you leave? We just went to the finals. You're going to the team that we just beat. Blah,
but
blah,
this
blah,
is,
blah.
it's not. You can leave, nigga. You went to the Warriors.
The team that just beat you.
If the nigga would have went to the damn Rockets or fucking Bulls, I don't think Oklahoma City would give a fuck.
I get
Yeah.
that.
As
That
this
was like
nigga
Caleb
Steph,
Williams going to who they lose to.
USC.
Baylor and OSU.
Oh no, sorry. But I'm saying, this nigga Steph Curry shimmying on the fucking court, and then you go play with the nigga the next season. That nigga hit a game winner in y'all mouth, disrespecting everybody in Oklahoma City. He said, "Fuck y'all, fuck them tornadoes, fuck all y'all niggas." Him and Clay laughing, giggling, crip walking and shit.
Yeah.
And you go join them niggas the next year.
And the only thing
Get
I can
the
say
fuck
is,
outta here.
if you're the only way he can get away from it, a way around it, is he's like, it was a business decision.
Okay,
Yeah.
LeBron did it, and Cleveland treated him the same way.
That's
That's because
facts.
Cleveland was outrageous. They're
Okay.
just stupid as
My
fuck.
nigga, that's fair.
That's the
That's
same to
fair.
me as
But my
like,
thing is, they
LeBron
had no
was-
hope.
LeBron was-
We had Russ still.
Hold on, but
They
Casey
had no hope.
LeBron was fucking born in Ohio.
Yeah, so
it's a
they-
deeper
it felt
connection.
like
there.
just
no, I get that.
betrayed.
He was born in
He was
Ohio. but
born there, like-
we had KD. We built what we could around him with what we had. We had
KD
Serge Ibaka.
built our team.
We had James Harden.
that's fair.
We have Russell Westbrook.
Nick Collison.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. But you have all these pieces around you that got you to a finals, and you left. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not like he didn't have a chance like LeBron. I get more so why LeBron left. He had nothing. But KD left, and as much as you say we had Russ, I'm a big Russ fan. But everybody knew if we were just going with Russ and Serge Ibaka,
Yeah, that's it.
we're not fucking winning.
I mean, Katie left because of Russ. I mean, if we
But you had a
for
fight.
sure.
I mean,
You know
that's what it was.
When LeBron left, they knew this team is about to be
Yeah.
pathetic.
Yeah, and with Caleb Williams, you knew with OU, as even if they're not at the OU standard, you're gonna have a chance to get to where you want to because the brand of OU is so big. It's similar to
But Will, that's
it's
not
similar
saying
to an
you-
Alabama.
The same thing, Kevin Durant. It's not about the nigga leaving, but the nigga going to USC following Lincoln Riley is where I'm
Well,
like, even me, I'm like,
Because as a high
that's
school
some
recruit,
crazy
he
shit.
went to play with Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley leaves, so then he's following Lincoln. First of all, if you want to go follow a team that just went 4 wins, bye.
It's not-
Because you got to get through Utah
But it's
first
not
of all.
team, it's coach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's what I'm saying.
That's fine. Go ahead and follow his ass out there.
Because if you're looking at his resume as a quarterback coach, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I'm not disagreeing with anything
Yeah.
that Lincoln the way that Lincoln left. Bye. That's the door. Don't use it as a step. It's not a stepping stone job. That's what you just used it as. And he's looking for a paycheck. Caleb Williams looking for a paycheck and a way to get into the league quick, fast.
But it can't
That's
be a
fine. Go
paycheck.
ahead.
It probably is mainly Riley. Because there's no way another school
There's-
can't get that nigga a fat ass bag.
No, do you hear the bag that he got?
Yeah,
I still
supposedly
don't
he-
know how USC's doing anything anyways after all that shit they had going on with the scandal and the money. So
Because
that's just
now it's
me, though.
different. NIL.
Fucking blows them. Yeah, but this shit that happened
That
was
has
just
nothing
a
to do
few
with
years
the
ago.
school. It just has the NILs.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying USC in general, that they should have more repercussions for that shit going on because it was all within the sports program.
Yep.
That money wasn't just dispersed to the fucking. They try to tell us the fucking tennis.
Yeah, swim
Nigga,
team.
y'all put that money everywhere.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about? Well, the tennis coach didn't do shit.
Yeah.
The basketball coach, everybody knew about that shit.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how USC even fucking being allowed or
That's
respected
why, like,
to do.
it drives me crazy, like, to see all these OU fans on Twitter and social media. Just, listen, stop. The University of Oklahoma is a hell of a lot more. We have more class than that. Hold yourself to a higher standard.
You would hope.
If they don't want to be here, there's the door. That is almost the model that I have for anybody in my life, except for my wife.
She can't
Shit,
go
you better than
nowhere.
me, nigga. I got that for everybody.
Lock the door.
You know my wife sleep on the
I'll
porch.
tell you, I'll lock the motherfucker for you.
If I have to ask you why you're here, I don't want you here. If you're second guessing why you're here, there's the go.
Right.
We have a transfer portal for a reason. Go.
Yeah.
And all these OU fans, I'm going to wait till they lose. That is the most childish and petty thing ever. Move on.
Yeah.
We have our new coach. This is who we wanted. This is who we got. Bob Stoops came in, put the house out, or put the fire out of the house. BV came in, and he's building us a brand new house, changing the standard from the bottom up. I'm all in on Brent Venables. He talking about we wearing suits to games. This is a business trip. Let's do it. Also, too, y'all see all these defensive players we get on recruits?
Oh, that's good. I hope that's the best.
Nigga, they finna come to SEC and say, nigga, Alabama, get on these suck my dick, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga.
Old Saban retired.
Let's pause there.
Thank you,
Let's pause there.
Thank you.
I'm just fucking around.
We how long want to go? OU's about 2 years away from being 2 years away.
So you don't think they gonna drop their dick on Georgia and Alabama and all them niggas? They're gonna say, bitch, long dick.
No.
Wow.
No, I don't.
Not yet.
joking.
And let's
quite.
Brett just say, I'm getting in my bag. That's the only way.
I mean, he was the defense that,
but
like,
I think competitive wise, that will be fun to watch.
it'll be extraordinary.
I think
to
it
watch.
is.
And the thing is, he's an SEC guy, so his mind understands how they play.
You gotta
See,
understand.
also, too, he put the clamps on Jalen twice.
It will be unfortunate. We doing this podcast and then it's gonna be OU and SEC and then say they get the ass whipped all the time. We gotta come in here and it's gonna be a little awkward. I know you, but I'm just saying, nigga.
I'd be like,
DJ Slick, he ain't gonna talk shit, but he gonna like earlier. He gave me a little giggle, or he'd be like, "Oh, like."
it depends on how we lose.
DJ is legitimately disrespectful quietly.
No,
Yeah.
bro. I
Yeah.
just don't care to say anything because I know how it's like with the OU shit and not Will, the other OU fans. Like they win a game and they do something decent. You made it to
DJ
the
posted on
playoffs.
Facebook talking about some OU fans talking shit to him because Alabama lost. Send me their
That's
information,
what
DJ.
I be wondering, bro. He's
DJ,
like, people
send
at
me
my
the
job. I'm
information.
like, bro, my OU friends, they ain't doing none of that.
Bro, my Facebook, my whole timeline when Alabama lost, go Dogs.
Bro, start
Go
tagging
Dogs.
me.
I'm like, what?
Tag me. Start tagging me in some
What-
stuff.
so
I got to see this.
Your
Man, I got
team,
his back
and I don't
okay.
want to say, go ahead. OU so bad, and I don't mean so bad, but your team doesn't win to the point where you're like, you got to cheer for another
We
team.
could talk shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you're not even
Well,
cheering for your people.
I'll say this much. There's some OU fans, a bunch of goddamn Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper drinking motherfuckers, smoking cigarettes, and we ain't gonna go there. But yeah, that's some niggas you probably arguing with.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
But man, this is episode 36 of the From the Jump podcast. You're gonna see Tony's ass in the camera. We out.
Yeah, we out.